Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear me? I don't know whether you can. Hello, let us know whether you can hear me. Don't know. Any sound? Any sound? Cool. Excellent. Nice one. Right, let's get back to the chat, see who's in. Safari's the first one in. Tracy Jackson, excellent. Yeah. Uh, we'll talk about what happened in a little while. Yes, I did get the dog back, but we'll tell you more about the story, or what happened, should say. What a chaos it was. We've got Adrian in. I just flicked through a few people who's left in messages and stuff. If I miss you, I'm sorry. If I get you more than once, don't worry about it. I'll try and get everyone who leaves a comment, like I always try and do. Nice to see you, ALW. Well-known unknowns in as well. Excellent. I better catch up soon because, yeah, people just keep coming in now. It's great to see everyone coming in. Yeah. Excellent. Yep. There's someone else there popped in. Excellent. Maxie, don't know where we got you before, but you are there now. So, yeah, great to see everyone. Yeah, I'll tell you the story in a little while. Wait for a few people to come up on the panel first. But yeah, like it says, I've lost my dog last week. Good to tell you all about it. What else have I been doing? Not much. I've been visiting my friends and just getting out and about a bit more, building my strength up, and yeah. So that's what I've been doing really. I keep saying this virtually every single live stream. I've got videos to throw out. I need to start working on them a bit more. And also the competition. I've got to do the competition. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, it's gone past whatever. Hello, Matt.
Hiya. I'm just driving home at the moment, and I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. But yeah, I would have been on time, but I had to have a little sleep because I was driving down the motorway and I was starting to go and nodding. So I had to have a little rest.
Yeah, no worries. But better safe than sorry, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I've had so many coffees today; it's unreal, and I'm still like nodding. But I've woken back up now because it's like that's all I need is a little power nap, and then I'm all good.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, so do you want me to come on in a bit when I get back, or
Yeah, might as well.
because I know it's a bit noisy? I know it's a bit noisy when I'm driving, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's good to change your mic, turn it down a bit, but let you shoot off for a bit. And see you soon.
yeah, okay, mate. I'll speak to you in about 10 minutes, and I'm not far from home. Yeah, catch you in a bit. Cheers.
Alright, see
Bye.
you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so Matt's coming on the channel when he gets in, like you just said. So pretty cool. Hidden history with Ray in the house as well. Excellent. Yeah, I was saying about this competition as well. I need to sort this out. We've got most of it sorted. So basically, it just needs to put it into like some sort of script and get it out to you, and then obviously do the show. It's been well over the time I said it would be. I was going to do it at, what was it, 2,000 subscribers, so well past that now. Not complaining, just means I've not pulled my weight, but I've not been well, like you all know, as well. And I know a lot of yous just come in for the chat, So why don't you check one of my videos out? One what's doing quite well at the moment is Storm Drains again. So that's gone quite high in ratings at the moment. So that's a pretty cool video to go and see. What happened there? It was like a dark tunnel that we got told about. Wanted to go and see it. Me, Carl, and Richie Wellick is teamed up. I think it was the first time me, Carl, and Richie Wellick all met up at the same time. So it was my uh, day out showing them this place that I've came across. So yeah, when we got there, it was all nice and calm. The water was nice and chilled. The sun was out, so didn't really think anything could go wrong. So we walked down to the tunnel, got in the tunnel, and first thing we seen was fish, uh, uh, eels, and frogs. And the water was fresh storm drain. It was. So basically, any water that's coming down there is getting washed off the road surfaces and stuff like that. So we didn't really think of anything until we got quite far through, well, halfway through the video, we could call it, and seen it was raining a little bit. And shouted back to the lads, told them, and they hadn't really said much. So we carried on, and yeah, noticed like a little wave, only about an inch high, come towards us. So at this point, we turned around and ran. Yeah, it went a bit crazy there. So if you haven't gone and check that out, check it out when you get time. It's quite a interesting video. It's definitely not one that I'll forget. Yeah, no worries, mate. See you soon. Needs to meet up again soon as well. So that'll be cool. Yeah. Uh, well known, unknown. Yep. Well, hey, always just doing saying hello to people. Yep. And don't forget to hit the button and smash it, please, and spread the word. Excellent. I'm just watching my internet here for some reason. Got two more little icons up here. One of them just disappeared. Yeah. I think StreamYard's updated a few things on it, so yeah. Don't know what's going on. Let's try this. No, that's the same. Yeah, never mind. Nothing worked there. How's Richard doing? He's doing okay, not bad. He came down to see me not too long ago. I think it was last week, and we was in the studio, and he gave us a Christmas present. So I'll show you the Christmas present he gave me. Oh, we've got a next guest in. I'll introduce him in a second. Like everyone knows, Richie knows as well, that I love my curries and stuff. Matter of fact, I had a curry this evening. Yeah. So he said, I know it's not much, but when he seen it, he said he had to bite me. So yeah, he bought us that. I thought, oh, it's a drink. I was just about to open it. I looked at the lid. Then noticed it's not a normal ring pull. He said to us, oh, it's a curry sauce. So read the label. And all right, I'll have to make a curry out of that. So yeah, I need to send that down to the kitchen and check it out. Uh, Carl, doing, never see him in a good while. He's just busy working at the moment. Uh, he says he's not really into doing much videos, but you know him, he'll come back out round and start doing his videos when he feels back to it. What? Let me read this. Yeah. Yeah, I just like to spice me. I need to eat something at least every 2 days, something spicy. And I'm going to introduce our next guest right now. He was on last week, and I forgot to phone him after the show and say thank you very much for coming up, because he hasn't been up for a long while, but here he is again. It's T420 Tom. Hello, bro.
Yo, yo, we're in the building.
Yep. How's it
How's it
going?
going? How's it going? How's it going? We just
There's,
jinxed that stuff, man. We just jinxed that. We sent it at the same time.
yeah, I think that there's an echo in the room or something.
There's an echo in a minute. I was just going have
No,
a look
no,
at the field.
I'm only saying that because we said it one after over, like an it echo back to
Oh
me.
shit! What
No, there's no echo on this live stream. You're right there.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I'll
you're back.
just
Don't worry about that.
is that the one?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah, man. Happy days. How's it going?
All right, not too bad. After the last live stream we did, that's when my dog went missing, and I've not told any of yous, not told you, not told Matt, not told anyone, not told Carl, so
Bloody hell!
it'll be the first time of me talking about it. I have got the dog back, so don't worry about it.
Oh,
Else,
you're
yeah,
going back. Oh, that's good then.
yeah, but I
Bloody
wouldn't
hell!
have been
Well, did he
as
go on a
cheerful
mission
as I
then?
am
Did he?
now. On his own,
Did he go?
yeah. I can't really tell him off for it because we went exploring, and what we do, you know what I mean? We explore. Yeah.
At least, what did you find him at the bottom of the road then, or did he come back to the door or something?
I'll tell you the full story in a little while. But yeah, it was a bit of a crazy night,
Yeah, went for a drive round and he was at Mackey's or something.
that. Well, he
That's it.
decided to go on his own anyway. Put it that
Yeah,
way.
went Mackey's on his own now.
Yeah. And yeah, everyone's saying hello to you there.
Right, guys in the chat.
Yeah,
Yo, yo.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, but also that night I've done a thing on my screen, didn't I? And shown a few numbers. What I shouldn't have done. I was an naughty boy by accident. I
Did you
thought,
actually?
yeah, I found out. Well, I've seen it myself. So after that, I had to sort that out. Anyway, that's part of the story. So let's not get into that.
It ain't the first time though you've done that, bro, innit? It ain't the
No,
first time, man.
exactly. It's not the first time when I've
I've
shown
had a few
numbers.
screenshots before now, bro, of bare people's numbers, man. What you put on the WhatsApp thing, and I'm like, bro, I'll have that. I'll have that.
Yeah. I hope you're not a troll anyway. I don't think you are. Well, I know you're not.
No, definitely not.
uh,
I'm on about the screen recording, just in case. You know, one of them.
yeah. Excellent. Nice to see you, mate. Cool. Yeah, Matt's just driving back now. He's been out, so says
I
he's a
see, yeah.
little bit. Yeah, he's a little bit late. He'll come down soon and jump back on.
Yeah, yeah.
So what you've been up to out and out?
I've just been chilling, me, bro. We actually went out Saturday. Went out Saturday. First time this year, innit?
On your own, or do you meet anyone? Or
Mr. Unknown.
oh yeah,
Um,
how's he?
yeah,
I've
but
not heard much of him for recently.
yeah, he's all right, bro. To be fair, he's got a few health problems going on, and all that, so he can't really do much.
Right, that's probably why I've not seen a couple of videos coming out.
Yeah, yeah. He's all right though.
Yeah.
I've been out with Urban Legend, Sazzy, and My Lady. That was Saturday. Did 2 places.
Who? Urban Legend. Not me.
Explanation, that's who I said, isn't it?
Explanation. No, he's said me.
Oh,
Then
did I?
Shazzy, yeah. I
Oh,
was
sorry,
like,
bro.
hey, what?
That's probably because I'm reading your name here. I'm like, fucking.
Yeah, you
I'm on,
did
I'm
say
on my
3
phone, innit?
names. I'm sure you said 3 names.
Yeah, I've got explanation and my
Yeah.
lady and Sassy. I'm sure I said explanation.
Like I say, I'm sure I heard my name and someone else's and Shazzy's as well, so you probably did, but you mentioned me, I was like, hey?
We're over 10 beers down, so it could be, bro. Could have been.
10 beers down. Wow.
Could have been. Could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
Been
went
work.
from some barracks place. You've probably been there, Marchington Barracks, innit?
Don't ring a bell that.
Yeah, but we went there and like I've been there about 5 years ago, and I only got in 2 of the buildings because there's like 6 buildings on the side.
Yeah.
It's like all the same layout, but I only went in 2, and then when we went last time, managed getting all the buildings, bro. So that's like happy days, isn't it?
That's it. You've documented something new now, like you've not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
done before. So even
And I
though
did,
it's a return visit, you uncovered a lot more stuff.
yeah, yeah. It was a big push because like all the buildings are the same layout, and there's not much in the rooms other than graffiti and stuff. Bearded Reality, I'll know the one.
Yeah,
I
have
think he
you
went
got?
there.
I've got him on WhatsApp, haven't I? I'm sure I've got him on WhatsApp
But
somewhere.
yeah, we went and did all the buildings, so it was a big push. It was like after I did 4, I was like, oh, it's the same shit. But I needed to do all of them in it because I don't think anyone's done all the buildings at that place. So, situation.
Yeah. Yeah, someone says Stefano Urban Legend was mentioned. Oh well, don't matter. All publicity is good.
It's my mate
uh,
anyway. It can definitely be mentioned, man. Fucking hell.
yeah. Bearded Reality. If you want to drop me a link on WhatsApp, message, then I can send you the link. It'll be easy to do it that way and quicker. So cool.
It's understandable. I've just forgot I've got the chat on here. Hello,
Yeah.
mate.
I know it's a bit awkward, isn't it, when you're a guest on StreamYard because you don't see those conversations going. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Decade UK's in the house. Excellent. Nice of you to see you.
Suppose I
There's
could pour it
Gaza.
here.
Excellent. There's more people coming in and they've got to keep me eye on them all and say hello.
What's here?
Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good and well. So, yeah. uh, Matt's coming up soon. I'll start telling you a story about my dog, what's happened to it, or what happened, and yeah. It
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
bit of a crazy night I had that night.
I bet it was running up and down for it. I can imagine.
Alright, there's one message off someone. Oh, Mr. John's coming up as well, Mr. Bengal. That's pretty cool. Refresh. Nope, no
But like,
message yet. As soon as he sends us a message, I'll send him the link. Yeah. So, what you done there? You've gone all dark.
I
You
know.
turn your lights on. Get the boogie
I'm the
going.
remote now. Calm
Yeah.
them down. Bloody hell. The,
So how is Unknown, Mr. Unknown? Is he doing okay? Seeing that he's not been well recently, like you say.
yeah, he's all right, mate. I haven't really seen him. He blocked me in it. So this is like first time I've seen him this year for about a couple of months, man.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
It's one of them, bro.
Yeah, people not slagging Owen off or this thingy, but people like everyone's on YouTube who's got a different life than
Yeah,
YouTube.
got their own
So
things going on, innit?
yeah, you got to understand that because like over the past year, I've got the link now. I'll send it to him. Over the past year, uh, I've not been well, so
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you got to understand it, and obviously people do understand it, and that's why they're watching my show now. And I'm going to start throwing the videos out again. Uh, the dog track one, Bellevue, keeps mentioning this one. Yeah, I want to just get it just right. So it's good how it is now, but I just want to, because it's been so long, I just want to polish it up a little bit, like add an intro, a proper intro to it, sort of thing, and a little bit of
Yeah,
history,
man.
but not too much, because I want to get you into the actual video so you can see the place. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's good. Oh, Twig one, that's cool, Twig. Nice to see you. I hope you had a good New Year and everything. Yeah, I've not spoke to him for a while, you know.
Mm.
Yeah,
He
he's
came on me
been doing.
last live stream.
Did I? What, in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, on me
I've been watching him on
in the chat,
Instagram
yeah.
doing bits of cars and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, he's good at his cars and mechanics and all that stuff.
yeah, he loves them, doesn't
Yeah, man.
he? Aye. Right, we've got our next guest in, but I'll let him sort themselves out first and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, it was one of them. I was watching my old videos back, and someone commented on one of my old videos saying, "Oh, wearing a Santa hat in summer," or something they put. So I watched the video. I'm like, "What? You on about me?" So I watched the video, and it was actually Twig had got this Santa hat out of this cinema and put it on, and we got caught by the coppers. You know, one of them. So he's outside, walking outside, and he'd still got the hat on. You know, one of them. And we didn't realise till after the coppers went, mate. And he's like, Do you realise what I've got on my effing head? You know, my fucking head." And he's like, "Oh yeah, oh shit,
Yeah,
whoops."
you didn't mean to take it. It was accidental because the police
Yeah.
disturbed you. Like, oh,
Yeah, I
you're
got
all in
caught
a
by a
panic.
copper, so
Yeah,
it was like just walked out the place, and then after the coppers left, we were all realised what he'd still got in his head, like, you know.
yeah.
Whoops, that's
The
a good
police,
one. That was a memory on its own. That.
the police made you steal it by
Yeah,
distracting
literally.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, distracting you. Yeah, that's good. That's funny. That everyone's laughing in the chat. Right, we've
Yeah,
got
just
another
mad
guest
that.
in the house as well. So I'll introduce Mr. Beard in reality.
Hello,
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 mate.
hello, hello. It's been a
Oh,
while, Mr. Legend. How we doing?
I know it has, yeah. I've been watching your live streams. You was talking about me when we first met
See,
up.
see,
Know what I
see.
mean? Yeah. I might not be mentioning or talking in the chat, but I do watch
Yeah,
people's
but he
live
hears, he
streams.
knows as soon as his name hit boom, they're gone.
No.
Are we keeping all right?
Yeah, not too bad. And also, can you just mention, Tom? You should have said you was going live on the show, then you'd have got a few more people over. I was just finishing my phone call to my mum after the show. Went back on your show when you was gone. I was like, hello.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You should have said you was doing live stream after mine. We could have
Oh
jumped
shit!
on and
Are you on
watched it.
about last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet was crap on it.
Is that why you shut off?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to introduce our next guest. It's Mr. Volt. Hello, Matt.
Hey,
Mr. Vault.
hey. I'm just typing in the Urban Legend
Hello, Matt.
UK live now. There we are, look. Public.
Hello,
Otherwise,
Tracy. Hope all is well.
anyway, hello. Sorry.
Hello.
Publish. Right. Okay. Right, I look like shit. Hang on.
There you go.
Let
That's
me press- Yeah, but it hasn't got all the color corrections in it, so I look like a spanked baby's arse, like, you know.
No spots though. Can't see no
That's
spots.
better.
You've done your
There you
makeup.
go. Zits.
You've done your makeup first, yeah.
No, I haven't. I haven't done it
No.
today. That's a scratch I got from exploring with Bearded Explorer the other night. I got like a thorn
Bearded,
scratch on my head.
bearded who? Bearded who?
Bearded
Explorer.
reality. Sorry.
Colin?
Yeah.
You want about Colin?
Bearded
The
reality.
Bearded Explorer?
Colin.
Yeah.
I like Colin.
I thought I was going to meet the Bearded Explorer, and I ended up with this fucking guy.
What did you hit that top thing? Because I hit like a massive beam on the way out of somewhere. Oh.
I think it was thorns, just like thorns in a bush or something somewhere. Let me turn the
I'm
heat
looking
in
Is that
on.
the picture you sent us, Matt? Oh no, that's something else. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Don't know.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing your footage with the
No,
camera.
that's a different thing.
Because I want to see the difference between the low light stuff compared to obviously mine, the way that I capture. It'd be interesting to see like how that kind of works, especially when we're in pure darkness. That'd be kind of
Let me send it over to you now, otherwise I'll forget.
Oh, you can see it.
Well, I mean, I could show it to you on the channel, but I'll just send it over to you.
Yeah.
I could, it's good low light though. I mean, we're absolute pitch black under
that's what it is. It was
under tree.
pitch black.
Yeah, under tree cover, like, and you could still just about see him.
Oh, there's a question. Yeah. Am I how I am, or am I like?
Is he how he is? Yeah, he's actually quieter in real life, which is which is a blessing.
Sometimes that can be, but it's already been a long day by that point, though. Like we as we were going back, like I'm drifting off when this is too hot.
There we are. I've just sent you the stuff now. So within the first minute, I think you'll see what it's like. He's gone off to have a look at it now. Or is everything?
Yeah.
Oh, right. He wants to see it. I can tell.
Glasgow Dave's in.
He look at him. He's like, right.
It's still pretty dark at the side, though, but you can still make out the trees and obviously moving about.
Yeah. Well, that's absolute pitch black, and you can still make out that you're moving about. But if you're like in a city and you're in the dark, just the glow off the sky is enough to kind of
Frozen.
lit it up. Are you frozen?
Yeah. What? Are you showing something on the screen? I can't see nothing.
No. I just said I sent it to him. I sent it to him so he could have a look by himself,
privately to him.
I'm just worried that the name of it will go out before. I don't know whether I normally say to people, "Is this all right to put up now?" I put it up for members first, but make sure he's got his video out first, because I don't want to sort of like bang it up there and swipe in front of him.
Wait, does that mean I have to like actually do even more work and edit it off the bat?
Well, not really. You can take forever if you want, but I normally do say to people, if they've invited me somewhere, it's like, well, you get to have first dibs on sticking your video up. Just seems polite, really, doesn't it? But
from what I'm seeing, like obviously because it is like pitch black.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. Like the GoPro wouldn't even pick up that. It's dark. Do you know what I mean? You ain't gonna pick up that. So on that way, it's impressive. But I think obviously you need a bit more of that light just to. Do you know what I mean?
that's with no light on. If I'd put my light into what they call moonlight mode, that would have been enough to light up in front of you so you could see quite well. But that's just to show you what it was like.
I'm going to skip forward a little bit and just see how it is. Because like I've just skipped forward a second. And it looks all right, to be fair.
There is a moment where I switch camera modes when we're out
what
in
are you
the.
Using, Daniel?
Me, I use the GoPro 11s. I'm a big GoPro fan. I because it's a bit more bulky, and I like.
Oh, GoPro still.
What do you mean still? Yeah. No, but the main reason I used to use my DSLR.
No, because when I met you, I used. Yeah.
What was I using when I met you? Was I on GoPro then? I don't know. I can't remember.
I think when first met you, you said you got a new GoPro.
Yeah.
You was testing it out. I'm sure you
that
said
might,
that.
No, that might have been when I upgraded from like a certain one to the 9. I think with the 9 when I met you. No, but like I used to take out my big DSLRs out with me. So I used to take out 2, but like then I stopped doing that because I jumped off a wall and landed on my back. 6K's worth of cameras on my back. So I'm like, okay, we need to be more mobile, and all the other stuff. So.
Well, if you want to have a quick look, then I'll share a bit. This is where I switch from normal mode to low light mode, and you really see the difference in a second. Bear in mind, I am not using a large light here. We're just using those little square lights, So that's with the square light, and you're kind of having trouble seeing stuff that's about 20, 30 feet away.
That big torch you had there was bright.
Oh yeah. But this is to show you what you can get away with just a small light. So if you watch now, as I go from that,
that's good.
Right. You can't see the car very well, can you? It's there, but you can still see it. But watch now when we switch to the low light. Bang.
Oh wow. Well, is that because you've turned on like a torch or just on the camera?
That's just going into low light mode. You see, you film in normal mode, and then you switch to low light mode, and it's like, pshung. That's the one that brings up the light a lot, Oh,
that's interesting. That's interesting. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a message off Tom saying his internet's a bit lousy.
Oh.
So that's where he's disappeared to.
Oh.
So no worries. Respect, mate.
Yeah, it's very good for if you're around cities. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. If you had a moon out, if the moon was out, you'd be able to see no problem. But this is like no moon. We're under tree cover. And I just showed you, and you could still see the silhouette of it moving around.
The quality is quite good as well, though. I'm noticing. What were you filming in? 4K or above?
4K? Yeah, yeah. But the normal light mode, you can do 60 frames a second with log color. The low light switches itself down to 30 frames per second. Still has log color, so it's good.
Yeah. So, I suppose you don't need as much frames per second when it's low light because there's not much more you can see as quality wise.
I just leave mine at 30.
If
I'm outdoors, I should change to 60, but I leave it at 30. I can't bother. And 24. I like going at 24.
Yeah, the only thing about using lower frame rates is you really have to pan slowly, otherwise everything goes, it stutters. Yeah.
Chopper.
But saying that though, like I'm impressed with the quality, just the quality overall though. It's nice. No, well done.
Yeah. And that's just a very quick grade, which I put them out just to send to people I know. And then I go in and I edit them a bit better and I lift and change the colors as I'm going, yeah.
I mean, so when we went out, obviously the main place for you was obviously the Seagull place. What did you think of the place?
Yeah, it was a good place.
It's different, isn't it? Like, do you mean compared to? I mean, I think obviously because if it was just the house on its own, I think okay, but because you got that and then you got the car graveyard and all the hoarding stuff. It just adds a different kind of level to it.
I still think you should have seen the asylum, but never mind.
I mean, but you got to remember though, I've done quite a lot of asylums. I've done quite a few. So, like for me, one asylum, another asylum. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love doing houses and farms so much. Like everyone is different. Do you know what I mean? Like, but that's more tailored towards a person and how they lived and that kind of stuff. The care home was really cool, though. I mean, I enjoyed that. It was different. It was nice to see it not trashed and all the other stuff. I think personally, I prefer the leather place now, the leather maker's place. But again, sorry.
Can I just put in? And people are asking about the dog adventure. What's happened with dog adventure? Melissa Jones is saying hello to everyone on this channel and stuff like that.
You do that. I'm gonna go get my chicken.
Excellent.
What's a dog adventure?
Right. So, like on my channel, it says my dog went missing. So I'm going to tell you what happened last week after me live stream. So it's a bit of a crazy one. What happened last week on the live stream or after the live stream, because it started me showing people something on WhatsApp and then obviously showing a number that I always do by accident. So after the live stream, I come off, I had a quick word with you, and then I had a phone call off my mum, so I had to answer that. By that time, you were gone. So then I went on the YouTube studios to edit the clip out of the where it's showing the numbers. So yeah, wasn't great with that. It took a while, so I've done that. It's getting on about 1 o'clock by this time. So I went downstairs, let the dog out, watched the news, and then I thought, that's weird. My dog's not made a noise because it's raining outside. Normally he wants to do his business and then makes a noise to come back in, especially if it's raining. So when I went to let him in, I noticed the back gate was open wide. I was like, oh no, he's gone. So he's had about half an hour now. Head start on me.
Oh shit.
So it's raining. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. It's raining. Thought, right, I'll have to get my bleeding jacket on, my waterproof jacket on. Got my jacket on. Couldn't find his lead. I couldn't find his lead. So I was there for another 10 minutes to find his lead. I was panicking that much. Couldn't find his lead. Managed to find his lead eventually. Then I grabbed my big torch, my nice and bright one, and then went out looking for my dog. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute.
So well, that's a cliffhanger for you folks. You have to tune in next week to find out what happened.
What happened to the dog?
I'm guessing the end to this story is going to be he went out eventually and looked for the dog, and eventually he found the dog.
He went out and the dog's still in his garden.
I've done that, and well, he hasn't got a big enough garden for that, but I've done that in the past. I'm like, fucking hell, where's the dog gone? Like, because the dog was out the back garden, and I left the dog out there, and so went out. It's totally fenced off, so there's no way the dog can get out. And I come back, and the dog wasn't there, and I was like, called her, still wasn't there. So I went fucking piling it up the lanes and looking around like that. I come back, and I thought, she's not hiding, is she? She's not fucking hiding. So I went and looked in the trees, and she was fucking laying underneath, like hidden in the trees, ignoring me when I called her. Like, fucking unbelievable. Yeah.
Time did you get back?
Me? I don't know. Was it? What time did we finish? About 9, was it? We finished?
Nah, 11. No.
Oh.
Like meeting yourself at about, about 11.
I think I picked up a McDonald's at like just before they closed, which might have been at 10 o'clock. So I was back picking up my dog about 10 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. Yeah. So I was probably back in the house by 11:30.
Oh, that's not too bad then. I got home for about 10 to 4.
Fucking hell.
But we explored another place on the way home.
Oh yeah. Well, if you'd had a bit more energy, I would have taken you around some more places. But yeah.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we did a plan to do like a lot more, but obviously with stuff going on, people watching certain things and doing bits and bobs, we're like, whatever. We still managed 7 though, so it's not what we did.
Well, he had work, didn't he, the next day? So that's why I thought you were going back early. Yeah. So hello, Liam and Lozzie's Explore Nation, Daniel Ullock, Cal, Band and Forgotten Wales. Yeah, David's Drones. Yeah, Urbexy. He's listening, look, because he's just put a thing up on screen. My dog used to vanish into thin air, go out for hours. Oh, it wasn't up long enough. Shit. I'm trying to look for the message.
Sorry about that. That's
you should be. Jesus, bloody.
That was my dad phoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my dad phoning. It's not normally phones me at this time, so I thought there might have been an issue. There is, but nothing major, if you know what I mean. Right, back with this dog story.
The cliffhanger,
Dog's tale, should I say.
Yeah, the cliffhanger.
Yeah, so I was all panicky, like you say. Struggled to find the lead, found the lead, got my jacket on, got my big light ready, went outside in the rain, and I got up to the top of the street, and there's like an alley or a ginnel way, and it leads from my street to the other street, and as you walk through, there's a bit of a grass area. And when I got there, I was in a bit of a shock, because I seen an electric scooter, no one's what you stand on, and it's got like a little control panel on the top of the handlebars.
Yeah.
The control panel was all lit up, and it was on the floor sideways. And next to that was a cap on the floor. So my first thought is, oh, beep. Yeah, my dog's ate someone again. Because it weren't too long ago since it ate my neighbour. So lucky enough, it's at night, this, about like I say, 1:30 in the morning. But I thought, oh, there's nothing of it until I walked around the corner and seen this scooter on the floor, this cap on the floor. I thought, what's gone on here? Has my dog attacked him? Has he just dropped his stuff and ran off because of the dog? I was like, looking, see if there's any blood or anything. So I was like, what do we do? So I was like, right, I'll grab the scooter, pick the scooter up. It working. Yeah, it worked. So I had a big heavy lead on one arm, my big heavy torch on one in my other arm, dangling off each one. So I was going down the bleeding road, and dirt paths and all sorts, back streets looking for my dog. Couldn't find him. I thought, right, I better head back towards where I found this scooter, in case anyone comes back, and see whether they're alright for one. You know what I mean? And for two, where's my dog? So I see this car pull back up where, just on the next street where the grass verge is, where I found the scooter. And it was a taxi by the time I got closer to it. I knew a guy getting back in the taxi. I went, yeah, mate. So he went, what? I went, yeah. He went, oh, have you just found that? I went, yeah. Is it yours? He went, yeah. I said, are you alright? He went, yeah, why? I said, did my dog attack you? He went, no. I went, all right. I thought, seeing your scooter on the floor, your cap on the floor, and my dog escaped, and he don't like people, he eats people. I thought he might have attacked you. He went, no. I just been chased by Fed, and I've dropped the scooter. I had to drop it and do a runner. I was like, okay, yeah. He went, you're a legend. He said, you're a legend, and fist bumped me like that. He went, yeah, and I hope you find your dog. I said, if you find it, let me know, because that's my name on YouTube. So, alright, no worries. So, yeah, I gave him a scooter back.
Should have given you a telephone number, but yeah. You should have.
I gave him, well, he jumped back in the taxi and shot off. And the next day, I got this message off him.
Legend, bro. You hold it back a bit. Grabbing me scooter for the from last night. Bro, hope you found the dog. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got that, I was like, oh, yeah. Know what I mean? Not reply to that. I'll have to tell him, yeah, I found it and that.
Oh, you
But
just
yeah, then obviously still not got my dog. And yeah, obviously I've not got my dog about this time. I just gave him his scooter back and I thought, right, it's still raining and getting cold now after being on the scooter and the wind blowing against me. I better go up the back path now, the really big long dirt path where I take the dog. So I went up one way for about a mile, went up the other way for about a mile. No. It's crazy. Couldn't find him at all, so I was coming back. And I was thinking, he said he got chased by a Fed. So I've jumped on this bleeding scooter that don't belong to me, with a chain in my hand, a big torch in this hand, and the police are looking for someone on a pet or like electric scooter. I thought, at least I got away with that. I didn't get arrested or anything. Know what I mean? So I thought, I can't do nothing about my dog at the moment. I'll have to come in and I don't know, alert the authorities, the police or dogs home or something, and I'll make sure and put the word out.
Yeah, police don't do lost. They don't do lost dogs anymore. Yeah.
Don't they? No, because I know what they used to do it. You used to phone them up and they used to put like a report out.
No, I know who was though.
Yeah.
Right.
Put like a report out, but obviously my dog's a bit nasty, so obviously I thought they would let the authorities know or something. So I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, but if you ring up the police and say my dog has gone missing and my dog is quite dangerous, they'd be out with a fucking SWAT team, mate.
Yeah, that's true. They'd probably have me then for having it off a lead or something.
Well, if it escaped,
yeah,
you know, it's like it's different, isn't it? But
well, I don't know how it works because obviously being lucky enough it's not escaped.
Yeah.
Before. Then I got back to my house and the dog was at the top of the street, basically. I was like, there you are. After all that, put me through this. This is about 2 hours now of me being out in the bleeding rain looking for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is coming up about half 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I just put him on the lead so he couldn't wander off in it the last 20 feet away. I just made sure he went in and went straight to bed.
Was he like
absolutely
freaked out,
knackered.
or was he just like so much... Was he phased?
Just
or was he?
Where have you been?
Just like,
looking at me?
Whatever. Yeah.
Wasn't bothered.
They do, don't they? They just wander around and they're like.
I always go out with him, and because I'm always with him, and when we take him out and stuff, it's like when you're not there with him, you're like, will he come back? What will he do? You know what I mean? It's like letting your kid out for the very first time to go to a nightclub or something. You're like thinking what's going to happen. Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but at least everything ended well. He got his scooter back. He got away from the police. I got my dog back. I got the actual phone numbers out of the video now.
Yeah. Does he normally have a collar on and then he's got your address on it just for emergencies?
No, he's got a collar, but no address. I probably should do that.
Yeah, it only costs a couple of quid. Though. I know, but the thing is, that chip has got to be taken to the police, an animal pound, or a vet to be scanned. And, if somebody just sees the dog and goes, hello, come here, and sees the number, they'll just ring you on the mobile straight away.
What dog breed is it? It's supposed to be a dog de Bordeaux, but I don't think it is. I think it's a bit mixed with something else. The last one was a full dog de Bordeaux. I'll just let him in now so you can all see him.
Absolutely huge. He's huge. You could put Will's head in his mouth, no problem. He's not interested unless you've got a treat, probably, like mine. It's like, nah. He's got a coax it, like, come on. He's like, no, I don't want to come and do it. Yeah. He's like, fuck off. My dog is not interested at all unless I got food. There he is. Jesus. Point your camera down a bit, Will.
Well, he's pretty big, isn't he?
Yeah. And he hates everybody apart from Will. He's a flop though, isn't he? He's like, play with me. He's like, yeah, now get out now. Get out. Finished with you now. Get out. Yeah, he's a big boy, isn't he?
Like you see, he's back now.
He'd been out. He'd been out shagging for 2 hours there, Will.
He's got up to something.
Yeah, your whole
house, excellent.
Your
Mr.
whole
John's
estate now
there.
is in 6 months' time. Your whole estate is going to be filled with fucking dog de Bordeaux now.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah,
the whole area infested with them.
yeah.
Yeah, Mr. John was backstage by the looks of it, but he's not there now.
Well, it's gone.
Yeah, not anymore. Bye, loser. See ya.
Mix there, excellent. Mate. Yeah.
Brady.
So, what's the next place you're planning,
There he
Mr.
is.
Legend? When you get a chance?
He's back. He's back.
I never will.
Hey.
Hey,
Pardon?
Mr. Bengal.
No. How are you, folks? All right?
He's gone. Now you see me, now you don't. Hello, Mr. John.
Hello, I'm here. Am I here? Am I not?
You are
Yeah,
here.
there,
You are here.
at the
We can
moment.
hear you.
That's all right then. How are you all?
Not too bad. Getting day older every day.
Yep. All
yes,
good here as well.
like us all. Good, good.
Yeah. I don't know whether you just heard the story about my dog went missing last week. Oh, that's crazy.
No, I've literally just come on. What happened? He went missing. God.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
went
where
missing
you
after the live stream.
where you live, John. Like if your dog got out, it'd be like bye bye dog. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I've got a funny one for you. Give you a chuckle. So we're meeting Volty the other day, and obviously we're waiting for him, looking for him. It's like, oh, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? This car pulls up. It's a guy, the spitting image of Mr. Secret Vault. So me and Mickey walk over to this guy. He's just looking at us, and I assume he just thought we were about to rob him because Mickey's got his hoodie up and all the other stuff. He's wearing some glasses, and we're like, oh, Vault, You take your time. It's like, what you want about? What you want about? Like that. We're down in pitch black as well. No other cars are going. And he's like, no, I'm just lost. I'm just lost. I don't know where I am. Don't know what's going on. It's like, oh no, sorry. You just look like this person we're waiting for in the pitch dark in the middle of nowhere. Next minute, like obviously he goes off. 2 other cars come down. We're like, oh, and then Mr. Volty turns up. Honestly, he's a spitting image of you, Mr. Volt. It was so confusing.
I have been told I've got doppelgangers out there.
Honestly, I reckon he thought we were about to rob him. Well, not me. Yeah. I'm too funny. Mr. Mickey, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we just see the car pull up and like about to turn, and we just run up and go, "Hello!" like that. Like you see this like really, wait.
That reminds me of a time when I was stuck on top of a mountain. I was on a mountain track and I tried to do a 3-point turn and the car went onto grass and it just wouldn't stop and it just went down and bounced off a fence. And I was like, oh, fuck. Put it in reverse, nothing, just wheel spinning. So I had a radio in the car. I said, can anybody help me? And somebody called back and I said, yeah, we'll come up there. We'll see you in a bit. So anyway, this like lonely fucking mountain track. Like I see headlights coming up this mountain track. I'm like, brilliant. And I go up to the fucking car like that. And I go up to the window and the window winds down. I went, because this guy, what was his name? His name was Cooperman. It was a CB radio, and he says Cooperman, and I went Cooperman. Oh, great, thanks for coming up. And he went, not Cooperman, and he went like that. He went policeman, because it was written on the side of the car. I was so blinded by the lights, walking towards the headlights. I was like, Cooperman, thanks for coming up. And he went, no, not Cooperman, policeman. Well, fucking brilliant. I went, oh, there is a person called Cooperman who's meant to be coming up to help me get my car out. Like, so honestly.
Well, that's the thing.
And then he came up to the police car. Like, it was like, fuck me.
We thought you were 2 minutes away because that's the message I got. I'm like, okay, and because it's so dark, we couldn't properly see the person. So we're like,
Daniel Ullock says, well, Matt, you look very similar to my old head teacher when I used to go to school years back. I'm glad to hear you went to school. So, yeah, good. Good for you, mate. Yeah. Yeah. I hope he didn't fiddle with you. That's all I can say, because it wasn't me. But yeah, glad you got your dog back. It is stressing it when your dog disappears. Like, you're like, fucking hell, you know?
Yeah.
We had a Labrador years ago, and it was really intelligent. I used to take it for a walk, and it would do this deaf thing, like I said with my Malamute, like hiding, you know. And it would go, and then it'd go like, oh, I can't see him now. And then you call it, and it'd be like, fuck off. He'd just like ignore you, you know. He'd be like, come on, Wallace. His name was Wallace, and he was like, fuck off, you know. And it was like he was gone, you know. And then you just like walk home on your own, go back. 2 hours later, there he'd be on the front doorstep, like he knew his way back, little bastard, you know.
So, Will, did you find him yourself, or did he just turn up?
Well, I did find him outside my house, basically, about 20 feet away when I came back home after 2 hours looking for him.
Bloody hell.
That's after jumping on this ped, this electric ped that I've seen on the floor next to a baseball cap, thinking my dog's at this person or chased this person off his head. So I jumped on the ped, went flying around the estate looking for him on the local area, came back, the guy was there, gave him this ped back. I said, no, I've not seen your dog. So I carried on walking or looking for my dog for another 2 hours or whatever. Yeah. I think it was about 2:30, getting on to 3 o'clock when he got in.
T420 Steffi says, have I got a Malamute? Yes, I got a Malamute. She was up here earlier on. I'll see if I can get her up here. She won't come up unless there's food, though. Angel, come here. Come here. Look. What's this?
But when you've seen him on the street, I shouted him, and he just stood there, just ignoring me, just sniffing the wall, doing what he's doing. They're like, yeah, okay.
Oh, that old trick.
She comes. There she is. Hello, Papa. What? It's an SDI high bandwidth cable. Do you want some? On a high bandwidth cable? Oh my God! She's like, no, you lied to me, you bastard. Hey, they want to see you on the camera. Come here. Come, give us a kiss. Give me a kiss.
I'll be back in a minute. Everyone.
Oh, can't get the camera pointed down enough. Ah, there she is. Give me kisses, then. No, papas. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that's the Malamute. Yes. Here she is. Come here, then. Jump up here. Come on. Oi. Come here. Jump up. Hey, come on. Jump up here. There she is. Oh, the papas. You're so good. I'm sorry. I'll go and get her a treat now because she's like, you fucked me over, you bastard. And whenever I use the treat word, it means you're going to get one. And that way, it's a good lure to bring them back. I don't sort of abuse it. It's like if I promise you something, you're going to get it. So I've kind of coaxed her in now. So I feel like I've got to go and get her something. Right. Let's go and get something then. Go on.
How you doing?
Mr. Bengals. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Been tired over the last couple of days, but you know.
Was it good though?
Yeah, no, like I said, long day, chilled. And then like just
good to meet Matt.
Yeah, like I said, 40 years old, 40 years.
Yep. That is the way.
No, it's a good day. Long day, but chilled. Managed to get quite a bit done. Not as much as I wanted, but still cool.
That's good then. I'll start doing it shortly. I'll go give it a week or so, then I'll be out again. Should do, man. Crack on. It's just time.
Hey, honestly, and I get it. It's all time. Like I said, right now, because we've been out filming so much, I'm now sitting back on like 25 videos that I've got to sort out. But then it's all stacked, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all the effort and time that you put into it.
Yeah, I've got one or two, so I need to do it really. Put another one out, go and do some more, put some more out.
Sausage roll.
Yeah, having trouble with my computer at the moment. It's running really slow, it's saying. And you're all freezing, but I can hear you talking. I just reset it, and it's still the same.
I might need to clear some bits on it just to make it run a bit faster.
Clear your cookies and the cache.
Yeah. Not too sure. That's why I'm struggling a little bit, trying to see whether, or saying, oh, are you showing something and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Can't
see.
Hold on.
And when I'm like this waving and pointing like that, it's like getting people's comments up.
I was at you. I don't now.
There's a waving and.
I used like the startup was always slow. It was a pain in the ass. So I'd cut loads of stuff out. It was all right. It's unlikely that it's that for you, but depends what loads up at the beginning and what's running in the background. That always uses a lot of space, well, a lot of memory.
I'm crypto mining on mine, and we're still doing that.
Yeah.
Well, right. Does that take a lot of power though, doesn't it? Or have you got a beefy old computer?
I built mine. It's a beast. Like I built mine about 5 years ago, and it's still very beefy.
Nice.
Do you mine with a GPU or CPU?
Mine's just a laptop.
GPU. No, wait. No, I'm using my graphics card. What am I on about? No,
that's a GPU.
Yeah, GPU. So I'm using the graphics card off that. So I upgraded to the 1070. It could have gone a bit higher. This is like, again, a couple of years ago, and I've just not bothered to upgrade over because I've not needed to. So I'm just like, until it gets to a point, like I spent about $3,000 on mine when I was doing my bits and building and whatnot. And I was like, so for the past 5 years, I'm just like, yeah, it's doing the job. And then at some point, I'll just start chopping and changing. Might build a new one. We'll see.
Well, it is really, isn't it? I mean, the only reason I've got another laptop is because I wanted to do editing on it rather than on my phone.
Mm. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the best way to do it. Obviously, that for one, at least it's something.
Yeah, I mean, I've got two options now. Like, if I've got one, it's fairly all right. I can do it on my phone and put it out. But like some of the bigger ones, I'd rather just get it on here, get it sorted, because it was a pain in the ass to like look at the screen for 4 hours and just got on my nerves really.
Back in the day, I was working with like gaming electronics, testing them and doing whatever. So I used to get things a bit cheaper than what you generally. I just went through like a massive upgrade phase, and I used to be live on like gaming all the time and all this stuff. So that's why I just went start upgrading and doing whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 grand, somebody says. Kevin Clinton.
Crazy with the computer, so yeah.
I was going to go with an
always like you said there, 20 grand.
So no, but so temperamental. Some of them, like I was going to buy one for like 4.5, I think. I bought it. I got it home, water cooled, and it just didn't work. And I was like, right, that you're going back. I'll build my own. Screw this.
Yeah, but saying that thing there is 20 grand, yeah, for the Alien software or whatever it is, versions. In like 2 years' time, what is that worth then? Because it won't be worth 20 grand, not with the advances in technology and computing.
Oh no, 2 years it probably go to about 15.
Every year it doubles or something.
Yeah, no, so 2 years it'd probably be worth about, let's say, 13 to 14, especially for second hand. 4 years, you're talking about 7-ish, and then it just skydives from there.
Best bang for the buck I found is some of the old Xeon workstations, because you get like 6-core processor, which is 12 threads, but you can get some of them. They've got 2 6-core processors in, so we got 12 core with about like 32 gigs or 64 gigs of RAM, and you can pick some of those up for about 150, 200 quid. And you just put a good graphics card in there, which you can pick up like what he's got there. You can pick up for about 120 quid now. So for what, 350 quid, you got fucking absolutely stonking Xeon.
You want about the 1070?
1070s, 1080s, yeah, about 120 quid.
Yeah. So there's like, when I bought it, be about 680. And then again, like that. So, but then again, if you go with the TI versions, some of them can hold the prices a bit longer. However, it depends.
Yeah, I had a 1080 Ti, titanium. But I really rate Dells, to be honest, because they're really reliable, really stable. And Hewlett-Packard are okay, but they have very limited BIOS options. They're just like, it's as it comes, get used to it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you really want to invest into something, honestly, the best things that you guys can invest in that will hold its value in money is naughty magazines from the 90s to the early 2000s, because they always hold their value.
Yeah. But then you have to deal with the type of person who buys porno magazines in order to sell them.
Clean film.
Yeah.
Clean film versions only, guys.
Right.
Clean film only.
No, like me and my mate, we found like about 380 Clean film magazine in his attic. We're like, mad.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea.
That's one magazine that's one magazine, yeah, that doesn't exist in A1 condition. With no creases, no folds.
Like, the ones that we found, like I got like for some of them, I was being offered hundreds, and we were just like, nah, it's all right, mate. We'll sit on them. So he's got 350. I've got a couple of the special imports and the French ones.
You just got to work out where, you just hold it like that, and then go like that, and see which page it opens to. That's like,
yeah. Right, let's change subject now. Yeah.
All right. What else can we talk about? This disgraceful.
Yeah.
His mum's probably watching. Yeah. Right.
I thought that was a graceful subject, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It is for you.
Well, I sniff it out. I can find them in every place. It's ridiculous.
I've probably only ever really looked at about 3 or 4 porno magazines in my life, and I just went like, boring.
Well, we were having a conversation the other day.
There's been quite a few.
Go on.
There's been quite a few people that have done places like time capsules. What have got all the magazines in?
Mm-hmm. Well, I went and did
been on the YouTube.
I think 8 explores in a day, and about 6 of them had full on just rooms dedicated to. But so we were having a discussion the other day, and we're like, okay, what can and what cannot be shown on YouTube? Now, if you come to my channel, you're gonna see it all. It makes back in the day we used to blur. Now we don't. It's I'll have a flick through and just go like, what's going on here, 80s muff? But again, no, but it is. But again, it's about, this is what I'm trying to explain to people. It's about, number one, the advertisers and what you announces in the videos. And that's the way, if you again, like I said, it's still a documentary, Terry style of filming, but I'll just go through and I'll be like, unless it's a massive penis. There was one time I went into a building, there's just a big penis picture. I'm like, okay, we'll hide that with the torch because that was quite excessive. But,
Yeah, but nobody actually bothers to stencil in the proper penis in skin color and then put pubes, proper pubes coming out of it, and shininess and crinkled, crumpled foreskin and sort of shine on the bollocks. And
I don't know, Volley. I've seen some things that would even make you blush, my friend.
I mean, if you're gonna draw a penis in a building, make it fucking a work of art, something that something.
No, but I'm not on about graffiti. I'm on about the mags.
Oh right, no, yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people that blur it and do whatever. Again, for me,
I'll
go, hello.
I don't have it because I'm thinking I value my channel too much to have it deleted because of something like that. Yeah.
But there you go. And then this is what we've figured out. When I first started, I did a few and I was like, okay, we'll blur that. And then I went through the advertising rules and things like that, and I went through everything. And I'm like, this is the thing. People go, how can you just show hardcore pornographic material? And it's well, number one, I'm not doing it for me to be aroused. I'm just looking at it and I'm documenting what I'm finding on the thing. And I'm going through every checklist on the advertisers regular. So all those videos are limited. They're not 18 plus. My channel's 18 plus. But so I did the Swingers Club. That for let's say 20,000 views was not. It was just normal limited, but then it got designated by somebody manually that went in and made that an 18 plus video. That's later on. So maybe down the line they'll go, actually, that should be definitely an 18 plus because this is hardcore stuff. Zeitgeist. Oof.
I went to a place called the Porn House in Torquay. There were loads of photos like that. I blurred out the tits and I blurred out the stuff, and it still went no, and came after me on loads of things in the air.
So when I go in, I put it on the most hardcore settings. Do you know what I mean? So when you're going through and you're advertising, firearms, I announce everything. So I go through and I go, right, is it showing this? Yes, it is. Okay, that's the one I'm going to put. Is it showing this? Yes, it's not. Are we swearing? No, we don't. We're PG now. Okay, that's fine. We'll take that off. Say, it's allowed. Cool. I'm not swearing. But it's that, and again, it is allowed. And the way I see it, if you can watch naked attraction on YouTube, why can't you see a pair of tits and a hairy bush from the 80s?
Yeah.
Well, YouTube, what they like doing is a lot of times is having a goal set saying you're allowed to do this, then moving the goalpost, and then all the videos that are deemed monetized are now getting demonetized because of it don't fit their goalpost no more.
Again,
the standards.
I put.
So it's very hard. It's very.
I've done quite a
It's
few
very hard to keep up in line.
I mean, I was surprised, but then again, like I said, people have asked me, and I'm like, well, I announce everything that's there. It says limited. Okay, I don't really make much money off the limited ones. I'll still bring it out as it is because I'm not going to dilute what I do. But again, it's just interesting how. Do you know what I mean?
Go and check out the movie called Emmanuel.
Yeah,
that's probably on YouTube. But there's some scenes that's been deleted from that, and like, yeah.
Oh, Emmanuel in space. That's all right.
What's the other one? What's the other one? Something of Sodom. I can't remember the beginning of it.
99 Days of Sodom.
Something like that. Yeah, go watch that.
That's just disgraceful. That movie.
Go watch that one.
Disgraceful. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go and watch The Stud as well, just for
there's one called Salo, 99 Days of Sodom.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on about. Yeah, that's the one I'm on about. Yeah. Go watch that one, guys. That'll give you. That's interesting.
Children being abused. Hey, did you know that the director? Because I look up movies like what's the most this movie, what's the most that movie, and there was a list of like these are the most disgusting movies that have ever been made. So I'm like, right,
this one's up there.
Yeah, and that was right near the top. It was like, yeah, this is terrible. So I watched it. I was like, oh god, this is sick. This is fucking like twisted. This is horrible. Oh. I was like that. Anyway, I looked up more about it. The director of that movie was murdered by people because of that movie. He was murdered.
Wow.
Shit.
120 days. Andy Stinkin says, yeah. It's a horrible movie. I got to be honest. It'll give you nightmares. It's just sick. It's about Nazis who thought it would be all right to abuse children, so they just like formalized it. Abuse. Ugh.
Why would you even make a film of that?
Still here though. Not bad.
The director said that he made it as everyone was going, this is terrible, it shouldn't be shown, it's not allowed. And he said, no, you don't get it. What I'm trying to do is show people how fucking sick the Nazis were. This is how far they would go. So I was trying to like shock people, and then everybody thought, no, he's into that, he must be into it. So they fucking murdered him because there was this big outcry saying, oh, he must be into that. And it wasn't. What he was trying to do is he was trying to say it was set in Italy. And he was trying to say the Nazis came to Italy, and this is what they were doing in Italy. And he was trying to show just how bad it was. They could get away with murder, like the Nazis, and they were getting away with sodomy and abusing children and all sorts of shit, like So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've just clicked on a message there, waiting for it to pop up.
There's a few others. There's a Japanese one. It's called. Is it the Men of the Rising Sun or something like that, or it's something like that? But it's got an alternative name. It's something like something camp, and it's about a torture experimentation camp. And fucking hell, it's quite a poignant story behind it, because it's about like a child like trying to make contact with somebody who's being tortured inside these camps, and he's like comes up and he's like, hello, how you doing, and all that, chatting back and forth through the fence, and like what's going on the other side of the fence is just fucking outrageous. The experiments the Japanese were doing on human subjects was just makes Nazis look like a fucking children's tea party. Horrible.
Yeah.
The
men left a comment there. No, he's not apologised. He's not, no. But basically, the two that was in the video are no longer on the front desk or at the front where they're dealing with the public. So I don't know what's happened to them. But yeah, I've not had no apology off Asda themselves or anything like that. And also, can I just say, Shrimp Shack Halloween? And
Jesus.
I can't keep showing these messages because my computer's too slow. I've got to like press about 4 times to show.
Right. All I'm going to say, it's called The Men. Oh, sorry. It's called The Men Behind the Sun, and you'll never guess what. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. Yeah. And it says it's uncut. Trust me, right? It's one of the worst, sickest movies you'll ever watch in your life. It's fucking horrific. I can't believe it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
What is it, Korean or Japanese or what?
I think. Well, I don't know if it's made by the. I don't know if it's made by the Japanese, but it's made about. It's made about the Japanese. You know. So
it's like a lot of Chinese, Japanese films, especially in the 80s, they were very nasty. So much so that people were investigating because they thought they were snuff movies. But it was just basically special effects. They did very well on like the manual spec, no CGI, just proper like what's the word for it? Prosthetics. So and they investigated loads of them. And there's quite a lot that were banned at the time, you know. I just wondered.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nasty piece of work. You know, you will have nightmares, and it will stick with you. You know, it's actually got a story. You know, like gore movies that are just like and gore and slashing, and they got no story at all. Some of those like snuff movies, I've seen some of them. Yeah. You know, there's no real story. It's just like cut from one horrific scene to cut to another horrific scene to another, you know, and there's no story. This one's got a story, but it's set in just the most horrible landscape. It's just whoa.
Mark one, he said he would. Well, like I say, I've not seen him since on the front side of the public, so he might not have had time to apologise. Hello, Mark Smith. Welcome in.
Not controversial. I was going to have a chat with the knob.
I like that.
No, he did have a little chat with the knob.
It's like knob. Yeah. Knob. Me and you are going to have words later. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to give you a severe spanking later on. Yeah. You've been very naughty, knob.
I'm going to beat you.
I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you repeatedly until you're sick. Yeah.
I was going to say
that. Nice one, Mark. Anyway, so cool. But yeah, it's great to see people looking out for other people and stuff like that. But saying that, the way the gays have treated us, not just me, but you don't go around treating public like that, members of public. Know what I mean? It's crazy. But all they have to do is approach you in the right way, excuse me, and not say you've not paid for that.
Yeah.
All you do is, excuse me, can you see your receipt? And that's it. I'd have been happy with it.
Try putting your mic up just a touch. I fancy you losing it a bit. Pop your mic up a little bit. That was a very little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say, he went from this to this, and it's like, but yeah, that's the most limp-wristed mic moving up maneuver I've ever seen, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, Beardy's on the copper, but
aye.
He looks like he's in a fucking scene from the bloody Wicker Man there, doesn't he? It's like, oh, he's like, these are our offerings. I put your name on this thing, and we're going to burn a Wicker Man later on to, like, you know, sacrifice to my God.
Hey, I'd love to do something like that, honestly. Like for ages. I mean, I'm like literally a man full of plans and visions, right? So for ages, I wanted to go and do my own like mini films and mini things. I know actually a couple of directors and like that kind of, do you know those old school Blair Witch kind of stuff? So I wanted to go and do stuff like that. Number one, I could never find anybody to do anything like that with it. Number two is I never get the free time to do it anyway. But Jesus Christ, I had like woodlands in my mind, tunnels and all sorts, and you just see me in the background, just like that.
I had an idea for a movie earlier on. Movies are fucking notoriously hard to make, especially if they're going to be anywhere good. I was driving along. I had this idea for a movie, and I thought I better forget this, so I'm going to tell you now. So in case somebody fucking comes up with this movie idea, they nicked it from me. I was thinking, right, underground alien base in a mountain, right, and yet it's not really inside the mountain. Shades of Buckaroo Banzai. It's like you could go through that mountain and dig it all out, right? And you'd never find a thing because it's not in our dimension. It's like it's in a phased dimension. So, I thought the interesting part of the movie would be is like somebody's in this underground alien base and there's warning signs saying like, do not enter this area. And they're like, oh, and somebody who's down there, like a human being, just decides to go in there. And as they walk in there, it's like everything starts to get like gooey. And then, like, as they're walking down this tunnel, it just gets more gooey, and like, eventually they get frozen because they've left the area. This, like, the dimensional shift.
You're going too fast for me to write this down for Netflix.
Yeah. They've left the area, and they actually become solid inside the rock. And this team, like an alarm's gone off, like somebody's left the area, and this team comes along. They're like an ambulance, and they come along with a dimensional gun, and they like fire it and like like gasify the thing, and they're like walking along, and then they get this person out. They haven't been breathing for a couple of minutes now because they're just like in solid rock, and they like zoom, like, and they pull them out, and they're like, and then the person says like, what the fuck's going on? And like, you left the area. And he's like, oh, I thought you said don't go down there because you just didn't want people to see all the cool stuff. Like, and he's like, no, we told you not to go down there because it's outside the fucking dimensional barrier, and you end up getting fucking melded with the rock, you prick. So that was my film idea, but something to do with that. So yeah.
So I've already kind of decided my exit from YouTube. I already kind of know what my last things will be, which will be like a mini kind of film thing where you think I've literally disappeared. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, that's the kind of thing that I want to go down. Because have you guys ever seen those like YouTube videos where somebody's found something, they've done something, and then you never hear from them again? You're like, what, where'd they go? Now that I've told you that, for anybody that like watches me for, let's say, 20 years, you'll never know.
But wouldn't you be gutted if you did a Blair Witch thing, like, this is where bearded reality disappeared to, and then absolutely nobody comes looking for you?
I mean, like, yeah, but like, how would we know unless somebody films it? You know what I mean?
He's living in a hole in the woods and waiting for somebody to find him.
No, but then I had, like, in my mind, I also had a thing like, okay, and then I could just like release snippets of me just like just covered in mud in like a tunnel somewhere. Just like, oh, he's captured. Bengals has to save me.
Well, if I have to, I'll come and save you somehow.
Well, you got to find the location first. Who knows?
yeah, but like, where the fuck's he got to? Only the whole planet to search. Fuck.
I'd like to make a little movie, but the biggest thing I've always been up against is like, I really get bored of the idea of writing scripts and writing things down.
I'm the same. I don't like scripts and everything like that. I kind of think I'd rather go off an idea, a couple of people that kind of get the vibe, and then jot some ideas and just go for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just go for it. That's usually the word C movie territory, No.
You want a B movie, the B movie type. Like not fucking. You're not going AAA. Do you know what I mean? No, B movie type. Lost footage, not really lost footage, but that kind of vibe to it, where you know what I mean, that kind of thing. I think that is number one, the perfect exit to my YouTube, and the perfect kind of thing.
Yeah, and then I'm like the logistics of like, you got to get all the cameras, tripods, lights, mics. You got to have assistants.
Filmed on a Galaxy S10.
And you got to, if you're fucking one light, really bad audio, no radio mics, no sound people, no lighting guys. You know, like just.
I mean, to be fair though, I go down like mines and tunnels with nothing but a flashlight and my GoPro, so I mean, it's believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then, of course, you know, you've got to get people who can actually act, and sort of like come off convincing, not just going like.
Okay, so
yeah.
This is how you guys will never know. I've actually got a distinction in performing arts and a bunch of other things. So has he really disappeared, or is it a lie?
Who
knows?
So when you disappear, then everyone's going to say he's just making a movie, so don't go looking for him.
Precisely. Or have I actually disappeared because I've gone and done something crazy? Oh no.
Yeah.
There's the enigma that lays, and that gives you the questions.
Oh Jesus! Is that the black goo? Fuck the black goo. Black goo's fucking nonsense, isn't it? Fucking black goo.
Come on.
What's all this about black goo?
It's this idea that there's this black goo that's intelligent and comes from aliens, and if it gets near you, it'll infect you, and then you become like, I'm an alien now, but I'm pretending because
isn't that Venom?
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds a bit like Venom.
Well, it's also
the Venom the Blob.
It's heavily in the X-Files as well, and it's like, yeah. So the people I know only started talking about black goo after the X-Files.
Hey, Nation's a good point. So I've just released a YouTube video now. The pig farmer could have got me. Literally, like, I'm gonna find something like that, and then you won't know. You won't know if I've literally disappeared or what's going on. Thought he could be my cameraman. I'd be like, I've invited Mr. Secret Vault to come. Like, he's gonna film us, from that angle, and then he's chased by a bear. We don't even have bears here, but there's bears.
Like good movies, there's so much you've got to get learn as well. It's like over the shoulder shots, so you can switch shots and the right angles for people's eyes so they don't look unnatural. Like, yes, John, that's right. Yes, and it's like you got to make it natural. And
do you guys ever watch Grave Encounters?
No.
You've not watched Grave Encounters?
Never heard of it.
Just 1 minute. I'm just trying to sort something out.
Right, Mr. Votti, do me a favour. If you ever get any free time, just watch Grave Encounters. That kind of vibe.
What? Is it a movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bengals, have you not watched Grave Encounters?
No, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
For fuck's sake, man. What's wrong
with I've got to Google it now.
No, come on, man. Yo, chat, who's watched Grave Encounters? Come on.
They'd be like,
right. I can't be the only one. Come on, man. It was
There's
big.
more than one of them.
No, Grave Encounters 1. There was a second one, but it's the one that's set in the
It's fucking shot like a reality fucking thing with.
No, that's the dynamic of it, but it's not that kind of way.
Yeah.
You've never heard of it.
Yeah.
You never heard of it. What's wrong with you guys?
I will download it and I'll watch it, but yeah. I'm like,
let me know if it's good, and I'll watch it.
Just give me the opinion on it. But again, I mean, like I said, paranormal's not my thing. I don't like the paranormal stuff. But again, the way that kind of thing is done, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Paranormal Activity and things like that, they're quite good because they're shot well.
The beginning one, I don't like the newest stuff.
Yeah. I like the way that they sort of like build it up and build it up and build it up, and then just something happens, jump, very quickly. Like something in the background, jump, something happens.
No, yeah. So imagine Grave Encounters better than Paranormal, but I can't remember. Did that come out? Yeah, Mark, did that come out before Paranormal Activity? Grave Encounters? I can't remember.
Right.
I don't know whether I want to watch that. It looks more like a fucking rip-off of Blair. It looks like a rip-off of Blair Witch, to be blatantly fair with you.
It's around about the same time that Blair Witch came out and all the other stuff. So you do get those vibes. That's the point. You get those kind of vibes. It's a separate on its own. Do you know what I mean?
I will definitely watch it. I got it on download now, so I'll have a look. But yeah,
I'm sorry, I have to disagree, on that, because Blair Witch was in '99, and this is like 11 years later.
Is it? Was it 11 years later?
It's 11 years later, and you can. Watching the trailer, there's a bit with someone standing in the corner like that, and the shaky footage like you've got in the Blair Witch. It's like, come on. And then there's another bit in it.
I thought it was
seen too many films, but I'll give it a watch.
There was something out recently as well that I really enjoyed, and I was like, what? That's literally what we do as Eminence was. It's the one where they go into, I can't remember its fucking name. I think it was on Netflix or a different streaming service. And they go into a French, like a lake, and there's like a sunken village. So they dive down, they go in, and they're like, it's a bit haunted. But it's literally what we do. We explore in the buildings. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. Mad. Absolutely mad. That was, I mean, who saw that? Whatever the name was.
It's not the cave, is it?
No, it's not. Well, it's not in a cave, is it? It's in the lake.
No, but like that cave underneath the lake, I don't fucking know.
No, it was a house in the lake. There's no cave.
Oh, why not? I want a cave.
There's no cave there. No, you're thinking about the film The Cave. No, it's not that one.
I am, yeah.
I tell you,
nice
I almost watched The Cave last night, and I was like, "Oh, this is boring." I was thinking, "Oh, it's The Descent." It wasn't The Descent; it was the wrong one.
Oh no, I might be thinking of that. The Descent, actually, that's all right.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, I mean, these are like shaky cam things, low quality and all that. I don't mind the fact it's shot in low quality, but there has to be a good storyline, and it has to make you jump and be scary and all that sort of stuff. If it's just low quality and it hasn't got those elements, then I'm gonna go, it's a trash movie, bit like. I've got to be honest, I found the Blair Witch a bit boring.
Ah, I found it. It's called the Deep House.
Oh,
I've got the trailer. Yeah, no, I've got the trailer. Do you want to see it?
It's up to Will, really. It's up to Will.
Will, how do I make you see it? Do I click present? Share screen. Share. Does that work?
I will have a look at that one as well then.
It's this film. So this is the one that I was on about. The one where
Hello?
a stupid lake thing. But again, it's literally what we do. Really good. There we go. It's that one. Is it working? Oh.
So the ultimate dive down and get fucked over by something weird is the abyss.
I love that. That's a corking film. I mean, I think it's really well done. Obviously, James Cameron's just a fucking absolute nerd when it comes to getting things right.
360 kps. Will they not play it? Or is your connection going?
Is that good or bad?
It's not bad.
That?
I mean,
that's very fast download.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, but considering you're getting that sort of speed, I don't know why you're so grainy. But the thing is, see, these speed testers, they lie because some companies, they go if you connect, you're getting this speed. But if you sustain download and sustained upload, it goes rump and just drops down. It's like they only give you those in burst speeds. So,
Will, how do I show you the screen? Have I clicked the right thing, or is it wrong?
Fucking you go.
Yeah, you're there now.
It's working. Okay. Okay, so this is just the trailer.
Not going to show anything rude, is it?
As far as I'm aware, there's no naughty thing.
Fucking filthy, mate.
Oh,
here we are in southwest France. We're lost.
No, look, fucking shitty GoPro users. What the fuck?
Super secret spot, would it?
GoPros are amazing. I'm just going to put that in there.
Take us to an isolated arm of the lake that runs deep into the woods.
All I can see is Universal.
There's a perfectly preserved house.
It's showing it. I can see it.
Yeah,
it's not on any map. It's a long way, but I promise it's worth it.
Oh, you turned it off. Okay.
I can still hear it. Even though you turned it off, I can still hear it.
Yeah, you turned it off. It was about to get to the house in the water.
No, it should still be there. It
No, it's not.
should still be up here on the panel with us.
No, it's gone. Oh, it's back again. Okay.
Nervous?
Maybe a little.
We'll get back to New York. We'll edit the footage.
Ah, I can
Once
see
we reach our
something.
first
A
million
lake
views,
now.
we're going
I can
to
see a
really,
lake.
yeah.
chapel in Vegas.
Visibility's pretty good. We're reaching a first plateau 10 meters down.
Sound like boring actor
There she
voices.
is.
I mean, the actors are not great, but like what they do,
Forgot
like,
how superstitious
it's actually
people are
what
in
we
these
do.
parts.
I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
What?
Look.
What was that?
Yeah, and like 99.9%. Right. They're wearing fucking diving gear that like 99.99% of divers would never use, i.e., they've got that like snorkel so they can speak, and like not even professional fucking divers do that. It's like
what I mean is like with if you forget about the rubbish, like it's not rubbish, they were quite all right, but not the most amazing. You forget about the paranormal stuff. Because I mean, it's still freaky, whatever. But like when they're exploring the building and you're seeing stuff floating around and all the other stuff, it's literally the vibe of what we do, which is like, okay. So it's actually interesting. Like, and like when I was watching, I was like, shit. Is there a sunken house in the water, like in the water somewhere in a lake that I can just go and find a crappy diving suit and just go down?
Yeah, there is. There is actually in this country.
Yep, and I know where it is.
Wait, you want about? Is it near where I live or somewhere else? I can't remember.
Well, there's Wales. In Wales, they flooded valleys, to kind of make a reservoir, and and when the reservoir goes really low, you can actually see the buildings again. They pop out.
Yeah, we've got somewhere near me as well. It's the same. So like stuff like that, then you think, ooh. But yeah, see, that one's called The Deep House. It was on, I can't remember where it was on, but it was shown on Netflix or somewhere. I can't remember, maybe Prime, but worth a watch.
When the water goes really low and it's a really hot summer, you can actually you can sort of like walk along and you can see the porno mag still. Yeah.
Right, Mr. Volty, do you want to make a mission to go and do the? I just heard some very specific details there, which makes it really worth filming.
Well, you don't even have to dive down because, like Dan Dixon, if you speak to Dan Dixon, he'll let you use his underwater submersible drone. And there's actually an idea. He could do that. He could go to those places because they're not that deep down. But to learn how to dive and to dive it, he could send his drone down and he could just be sitting in a boat, like sending the drone around, going, "Ooh, look at this building."
I'm not a drone kind of person. I want to be face to face.
Yeah.
With certain things, I feel like that's the, what I mean, when I can really take it in.
Well, you got to learn how to dive then.
I'll just jump in.
But saying
if I know,
that's it. It's got to say if it's pretty deep.
Try and stop me. I'm just diving in it. You know what I mean?
I was going to say if it's quite deep and you go down for a while, you don't forget you get the bends as well, don't you? So
just have to stay there.
Yeah, you got to learn, like Matt says, all about diving.
Yeah. Yeah. Rutland Water might have a church.
I send a drone down like that.
Where was it? East Town.
I send the drone down like that. Yeah, it probably.
It's got a church in it.
Well, it's a thought in it. You could go and research it with the drone first, find out what it's like and whether it's any good, and then get a team to go and do it, with and dive it.
I feel differently. Like I'd rather go and before trying to say it's the same thing when I explore places. Sometimes I get a couple of pictures, but I prefer having no knowledge of something and then go and find it myself. I think I find that more exciting, than knowing what's going to be there. Because in any place that I go to, I think because then I can just be like, wow, look at all this stuff I've not seen or I don't know, and then I'm going to give my unbiased take on it.
I went somewhere today, like a mansion house, and I was like, well, I could get in, I could go near it, but send a drone out, and I literally went down at eye level with the thing, and I was moving it in the slow mode. And I was just walking it around and around and around. And yeah, I mean, drones can be useful, you know, to kind of like work out what the place is before you go and do it, you know?
No, I get it. It has its uses. But I'm on about, like, in terms of, like, let's say you're doing some research on a place and you're like, okay. And then you suddenly you're seeing the place in its entirety. Do you know what I mean? I feel it kind of takes a little bit of the excitement out of it. Whereas I'd rather have somewhere where, like, I know very little about, and then I'm going to go, boom, here we are. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's more to do with I'll do the drone footage, then go and explore it, and then I'll put the drone footage in with the explore.
Yeah.
It's not a case of like I'm going to release it as a
So,
here
like,
you go, folks.
But for me, like, if I could do the drone stuff, I'd do it afterwards. That's how I would work.
Well, it didn't look like there was anyone there today, so I wanted to just check it out first whilst we had light, and then I walked up there, and then worked out where all the cameras were and everything. So we're definitely going back, but it wasn't something I could do today, just in case I'd triggered a few cameras. So
like, the seagull place. The only thing I knew about that place was there was a seagull. That. Everything else, I purposely not looked at, so I don't spoil that kind of explore for me. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the big seagull. But then every other detail and all the other things that are there are things that I can discover for myself.
It amazed me just like the levels of filth that people are living in sometimes.
I said I've never been so tall in my life.
Yeah.
I'm touching the roof.
Fucking absolutely unbelievable. If that's one thing that people take away from these urbex explorers is like some of these fucking houses people are living in, like, what do they call it? Hoarding. They're hoarding. Oh, you can't even walk through rooms because it's just fucking stuff stacked on the floor. Like you're walking up and over like fucking like dunes of shit.
But like I said, you don't usually like those or do those kind of places. Whereas like I kind of do quite a bit of like the housing and stuff like that. But like, so I told you about, like, if you ever watched the American Hoarders and like the stuff like that, I feel like some of the places we're doing and I've been doing, it's worse than that. Like, because it's piled up so, like, do you know what I mean? It's not like just hoarding specific items. It's just crap. It's just stuff that's just up there, and you're like, what? How is it possible? Like, how? Do you know what I mean? Makes no sense. And that's why I thought that, like, whoever was living there lived in the caravan, because there was no way that you'd be able to live in that house anymore because it's just unlivable.
I actually knew somebody in Bristol, right? And friends introduced me to him, and they said, "Oh, you might be able to weld your exhaust on your van." So I'm like, "Okay." And so I arranged it with him, and I went up there, met him at his house. And he said, "Oh, you can come in if you want." He says, "A bit untidy." And it's like, I had to fucking squeeze like this and fucking like sidle like through a gap to get into his fucking house. And then like, it was like walking over stuff. And it's like the front room was full up to like head height, full of stuff. And then his back room was full up to head height. Then there was an alleyway to the kitchen, and like you couldn't maneuver in the kitchen. And then it was like, he said, "Oh, come upstairs. It's better upstairs." I had to crawl on, look at my hands to get up his stairs, right? And then like he actually had like everything in the room was full, but his bed wasn't covered. So it's like every corner of the bed was just stuff. And it was just like, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you live like this, man? And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna tidy it up at some point."
One day.
One day, yeah. It's just like keep bringing stuff in and like, but like sticking it. And I was like, "Mate, I just don't know." I said, "Are you doing this on purpose so that you can never be evicted, because it's going to be more trouble to evict you?" Because
no, it's a condition. It's a condition. It's a condition, isn't it? It's like it's like this is like we're like, as humans, like sometimes we are like magpies, so we just collect and hoard. It's actually a natural instinct for us to do. However, like I feel when it goes to that level, it's turns into like a condition and addiction as well. Like we're all addicted to something. Like we are naturally like programmed to like it's dopamine. Oh, I like that. Yes, give me more of it, and I'll have all of it. Do you know what I mean? There's no control, and that control level's just gone. Do you know what I mean? And that's what like that level of hoarding is. So we did those two places. Yes, we had the lawyer's place and the seagull place. What would you say is like the more worse end of the hoarding? Do you know what I mean? And I'll give you my opinion on it.
Yeah, I'd say on a scale, probably the seagull, because it's got more stuff. He's just got massive area of land, and he's been throwing everything on the land as well, like, you know.
Dryers for days.
And it's kind of sad, but I tried to get to, I tried to sort of, like, without being rude, try to get to the bottom of, like, when did the hoarding start with this friend of mine, you know, and like when did it happen and what, and it was like
it could be a number of reasons though, like that just switches somebody to that.
Yeah, no, what it was for him is he was in a relationship and he'd had a kid, and then his missus left him, and then he just went into like fucking full hoarder mode, and he was just like, everything else didn't matter. He was just like, I'm just keeping stuff and filling my house up with stuff. And he was saying to me, I said, have you got a screwdriver? You got this? And it's like, I'm thinking in this house, he's probably got about 400 fucking screwdrivers and fucking spanner sets and everything.
Wait, what about the seagull place?
But he can't. No, my friend now.
Oh, right, okay.
But the thing is, I said, have you got this? He goes, oh yeah, I have. And I thought, but you can't get to it because it's under 10 foot of fucking other stuff. You know, it's literally like you've got everything. Probably you ever need to do, every type of job known to humanity, but you can't do any of it because you can't ever get to any of it because it's piled on top and on top and on top. And that was the weirdest thing is like, well, you know, you can't do anything. You've got everything, but you can't do anything, you know, because everything is under something else, so you can never get to it.
Bit like my shed.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare. House, lovely and clean.
Listen,
tidy, innit? Fucking everywhere.
Yeah, B says it's a psychological condition triggered by loss. There we are.
But that's what I mean. It is something that just triggers, and then it's, do you know what I mean, next level and a condition that just develops, doesn't it? I mean, I personally find it fascinating how people can live like that, how places can end up. It shows you the extremes of things, but you know.
Yeah, Will's gone. Where's he gone then? Right, I'm going to go too, because I'm going to hoard a load of piss into my toilet.
Hey,
I'm going to hoard it till it's right up to the rim, and then I'll just put like beer bottles underneath it, like, you know, so as it comes over the rim, it'll just like hoard it into the beer bottles around the rim of the toilet, like.
Mr. Volley, unless it's in bottles, you're not at that stage yet.
And then when it gets in, when all the bottles are full, and when I've filled up all my shelves in the whole house with piss bottles, right? Then I'll get nappies down there, and I'll just like I'll just collect piss in nappies, and then I'll put those out my back garden, and I'll start building a new. I'll build a dune of nappy piss. Yeah, that's it. Right, I'll be back. So sorry.
I have nothing to say on that.
Wait, you don't want to start your own piss garden? Are we not there yet, Mr. Bengals?
Oh, I've already got my own piss garden.
There you go. It's too late.
I get the hoarding thing, but like, I mean, for me, my shed's fucking full of loads of stuff. Could never find anything. But
again, until the day that you come live and we can't really see your face and it's just covered with shit, you're not there yet.
No, I'm not. I won't get there. But it's. I do get it, because like, I'll get stuff. I'll be like, oh, I can use that. I can do that. I can. It fucking just sits in the shed for fucking years. But then every now and then, I can't fucking move. Like now, actually, I can't move. But
this is like next level. This is like, again,
oh no, it's worse. It's what you're talking about is worse than in here. This is I'm talking minor. But then for me, I'll just go right. I'll get rid of that. I'll do this. I'll do that. Tidy it all up. Good.
I've had to do the same. I'm like, oh god, there's just so much crap out. Like, get it out. Just, I don't need it. Get it out. I'm gone. I like having space.
I mean, my old place. Well, when I was married, I had a shed, not as big as this, but it was called Aladdin's Cave. Basically,
don't go in my shed. Don't go in my shed.
Well, no, my neighbours used to call it Aladdin's Cave because, like, we'd all speak and all that, and they'd say, oh, "Have you got this? Because we need it, you know, whatever." I'm like, yeah, just go in the shed. Always found it.
See, I've got a shed as long as my house. And it's filled with just random things that I bought. I can't stop myself sometimes. Again, if you go into my attic, you would think that you're in an abandoned place.
He's been collecting shit up behind him. Look, it's all fucking hanging off the ceiling.
Hey. No,
shit.
No,
fucking complete shit.
Nah, but so I do actually have a bad collecting habit. So back in the day, I used to collect a lot of retro games, and then it went from, let's say, 10 games to 4,000, and every wall was like, you know what I mean? Now it's full of Pokemon cards and all the other stuff, and I go from one thing to the other. I'm like, yeah, but like I'm an eccentric person and personality, so I do one thing. I'm like, I like that, and I'll just, do you know what I mean? I latch on. That's me.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Just out of interest, do you know what eccentric means?
I think so.
Go on, Em. Because I know. I'll tell you. It's interesting. It's simple, but it's interesting.
Well, somebody that is out of the ordinary. That is different from the social norms, and it goes to one excess to the other. That's how
that's how a lot of people would interpret it. But what eccentric means is, right, if you have a circle is considered perfection, yeah. But if you have eccentricism, it means it's bulged or thin. So the circle is more like an egg, yeah. So eccentric, it's not egg-centric, it's eccentric, yeah. It means something that is away from the perfect form. It's misshapen. That's what it means. Interesting. Just thought I'd share that with you. Yeah. And it often means, it's used to mean somebody who's not perfect in their behavior or mannerisms. It means somebody who's a bit weirdly shapen in their mannerisms and things like that, you know.
I wouldn't have seen it that way. I would see it like, so I always saw it as more like somebody that is like, you know what I mean, a bit more out there and a bit more excessive in terms of what they do, how they are, their mannerisms and everything on a level. But no, it's interesting at all.
Yeah, imagine a wheel that's perfectly balanced, and then imagine one that's got a load of weight on one side and boing, 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 bounces down the road. That's eccentric because it's bigger on one side. It's bigger on one side, so it doesn't balance.
Andy's got it right there in his comment there. Off centre, basically.
Center. There we are. Off centre.
So how do you describe that as a person then? Because there is apparently eccentric characteristics in it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what it could mean if your circle is like that and your center of your circle is not in the center, so it would perfectly move. If you put it off center, then it's going to wobble one way and wobble the other. So what eccentric means is you might be perfectly okay over here, but over the other side you're going to be something different. So it means that the personalities don't make a great whole. It's like a bit of this and a bit of this, but that's what it was intended to kind of say, is eccentric is like misshapen, not perfectly in balance. Yeah,
doesn't fit to the norm, basically.
You're right, Frank. Nice to see you in, mate.
You and I might use the term eccentric like a lot of people do to say, like, oh well, he's just a bit different, he's colourful, he's maybe a bit gay, he's a bit, you know, but in the actual term is like you're a bit off center. You're not where everybody else is in the center.
So I'm in it the other way, but then it's supposed to be attributed
off on the edges, like bouncing along.
Well, it's like I've got my internet back up and running now. I've reset my computer, reset the internet. I've done all sorts and all that. Now I can actually see people moving as they're talking and stuff.
Frank says eccentric is interesting as well. Well, it is interesting, but imagine if you're with an eccentric person who invites you in, gives you some drinks and food, and then later on that night fucking stabs you with a knife. Yeah, that's kind of eccentric too.
But that's true, you know what I mean?
You know, he's a really nice person, but he stabs you in the middle of the night. That's eccentric.
Yeah,
I've always said this. Like, I'm kind of like happy that I'm not the same as everybody else. I'm different in my, like, you know what I mean? Like, why would I want to be like everybody else? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I like to think differently, and I like to be different, and that gives the best in society as well. The most intelligent people. I'm not saying I'm intelligent. I can be sometimes, but not always. But this is where all the new ideas in the world and all the things, like the best things in the world, are the people that think differently than everybody else.
Yeah, but eccentric is what you are, but it can only be given to you as a title by somebody else. It's like you can't go, I'm eccentric. It's like saying, I'm really good at disco. It's like everyone else might think you're shit. You know, it's like you can't say, I'm eccentric. That's a bonus. It's what everybody thinks about you that you maybe don't think about yourself, because like you may think you're perfectly normal. Everyone else sees you as eccentric.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like I said, I know, like I said, I've got like some characters in my family.
Yeah, but the government sort of like, well, not the government, but there's society, the government, society, and what they've done is try to shape everyone in a certain category where you do this, you get up in the morning, you go to school, you come back, have dinner, and watch TV, go bed, or if you're older, you go to college, and if you're not even older still, you go to work, and this is the set routine. And if you're not into that, we need to find some sort of different class that we can put you in, sort of thing. And this is like one of them words that they put you into, if you know what I mean, a class. Yeah.
It's because you don't conform.
It's different than normal, what everyone's is thinking is normal, but everyone's different. Everyone's got their own different normality than what everyone sees as a normal thing, you know what I mean? Someone sees a straight line and try and walk down a straight line, someone will fairly away from that straight line. It doesn't mean they're any worse than any other person. It just means they're walking down that same line, but not as straight. You know what I mean?
Remember the old term for, like, you know, gays was like bender, because it's like, there's a straight line, but this one's fucking curving off like that. You know, he's way off the center. And people would say, like, he's very rounded. He's a very rounded sort of personality. But like, if you're very rounded personality, that means you're in balance. If they say you're eccentric, that means you're out of balance. You know? So yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm just bearded. I'm just going to give myself that title. That'll work for me.
It's like a railway carriage with square wheels. It goes like this. Yeah, that's your eccentricism, is a railway carriage with square wheels.
I'm surprised the square wheel.
Who knows? That word might be banned in the future, in about another 20 years, 50 years. No words like that to describe someone, because certain words in the past, saying deaf and dumb. Not being offensive there, but people used to use that as a daily term as a medical condition. And now you're not allowed to use that because people have took offence to it. So if people start using these other terms, or because all the other terms are out of the window now that you're not allowed to use, and these older terms come back into phrase, like eccentric, they might be banned in the future. You never know.
Yeah, but loads of people will say they'll come up. My mate's deaf, but I've never had a friend come up to me saying like, "Yeah, sorry, I suffer from being dumb."
Yeah,
I get what you're saying there. Like, to be fair, that I would just go off like what other people would say. Like, you know, I'm brought up in a different age. If you're stupid, you're stupid. It's as simple as that.
My mate did say to me, he says, "I'm a bit deaf. I'm not dumb, but I'm full of cum." Yeah. Sorry.
It all comes down to, like, you know, you can say, well, they're not normal, and then you go, define to me what normal means. Now, you know, all of you, tell me, right? Define what you believe is normal.
No, what is accepted by social norms in society?
Ricky Sunak.
But we're all different.
Don't you have a normal? No. From, like, literally, what is defined by the acceptable social norms? That's literally like the proper definition.
Yeah, that's a social normality. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
what is the normal? What is the normal? There isn't the normal, because everybody's different. We live in a society that gives you a social normality. So, like, you know, you get up, like Will was saying, you get up in the morning, you go to work. and you come home and you know, that's a social norm.
Yeah, that's
but
what
like,
I'm saying. That's like the like, there's a definition for it. I can't remember the full thing, but that's like
you understand what I'm saying. So like, you know, you might get up in the morning. I might go down. I might go into the shower first thing. Somebody else might not do that. They might go and brush their teeth first. So which one's the normal? Which one's the right? And until somebody realizes what, or it's defined properly what normal is, everybody can be classed as not normal. It's very strange if you look at it.
The church of the genius.
Like Mark says there in the comment, he's not normal, he's not him. But what is normal? Normal for one person is not normal for the other person. Like
normal is
what you've been saying.
Normal is getting up at 7, going to work for 8.
I would agree. I would agree with that comment over there. I would agree with that.
Or 9 to 10, whatever it is nowadays. Going home, having a sandwich or whatever food, and then going to sleep, and then repeating the process.
But I wouldn't say that's normal, getting up to go to work and stuff like that.
That's how.
What is? Don't forget, back in
the social norm.
Back in the social, all this existed sort of thing. The normal was getting up, hunting for your food, cooking it, providing with your family, and then go to sleep again and do the same routine. Not that you got to go out and work for someone and they'll pay you in these little silver tokens or whatever.
What they used to do in the years gone by is they'd get up in the morning, go out and hunt, right? Come home, see the missus, and then fuck each other in front of the children. That's what they used to do years ago.
And they would they'd also send the children down the things have changed just a little bit.
But like you say, it's the normal at the time and stuff. It's just all changes.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll tell you what, in the next 20 to 30 years, things will be totally different for me. I already know that because times move on, language is constantly changing and evolving. Technology is constantly changing and evolving. The way that we live our lives is as well. So, like, what I'm used to now is going to be different.
Gosh, fucking so philosophical. I'm just going to have to.
I do. Wait, sorry.
I'm going to have to grab my bollocks for the rest of this live stream now and just squeeze really tightly. Sorry.
That's the norm, Matthew.
I like the debates. I can never say the word.
Philosophical.
That's it. I like those kind of debates, though.
Yeah. Consider the lily.
Yeah. But isn't sophistry the art of speaking? You know, it's the art of language and speaking. So to be a philosophical person means you're studying the art of language, really. But it's like, you know, as we know, philosophers are the ones who are going, no, this is the way the world works, or maybe this is the way the world works. It's not, but it's all about it's all about language skills, really.
Is that not theological? The one with the T.
Theologian. No, that's studying.
Religion.
Religion. Studying religion, theology.
Oh, is that one? Okay.
Unless you're thinking of thesaurus, which is different words for a different word in a dictionary.
Or Mathosaurus, which means a study of enormous fucking Welsh penises. Yeah.
That's not a big book, though, is it, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
wasn't included in that book, by the way.
It was too big.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't fit it all on one page.
Hey, Melissa, I've got a cure for that, you know. Basically, walk away from the sun, then the shadows in front of you. Yeah, then it's never behind you.
Shadows with no, like, when there's no light on it.
Yeah. It won't be following you then. You'll be following the shadow. See how that likes it. I hope that helps.
or get an erection and turn at the right angle, and you can literally have like dick-to-dick sex action with your shadow. There we are.
So here's a question for you guys. So, do you guys believe?
What have you been drinking, Matt?
On summit. So, question for you guys: do you guys believe in like the shadow people thing?
Yeah, my shadow regularly walks away, and I'm going like, "Oh, you come back here, you prick." Yeah.
Looks like I have I had something happen to me when I was like, I would have been I'm 35. Met the missus. So it's roughly a year and a half when I was with the missus. I'll be about 20.
You're talking about ghost experiences, yeah, like seeing shadow figures. I've seen some of that.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like that. But so they say it's like sleep paralysis and all the other stuff. However, I've never experienced anything like. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't call it sleep paralysis.
No, because I woke up and sat up and was looking at this thing going, I'm not letting you get away. I'm not looking away from you. I'm not looking away from you. And it just dissolved. So, yeah.
So, like,
I wasn't paralyzed for sure.
So for me, like, I was like asleep on the couch, just sleeping and like that. Next minute, I look over, there's this, like, just shadow. It's the only way you can describe it, just a shadow like that. And I'm trying to move, I'm trying to scream and everything like that, and there's no sound coming out. It literally felt like someone was sucking the life out of me, like literally like that. Just like, do you know what I mean? I'm there trying to like do everything I can to get just to go. Nothing like that. Eventually, it stopped, and I went and ran upstairs to the missus and I cried in the bed.
Yeah.
Well, there's incubi and succubi. Goes back to
no idea, but that's like I said. The only thing that I saw was just this big, just darkness, this dark shadow just looking at me, and it literally just felt like it. I imagine, you know, Harry Potter, the Dementor thing, kind of like that.
Yeah, a couple of times. Actually, one night I was with somebody, I saw a shadow, and I was saying to them, like, turn the light off now. And I was like, turn it back on. It wasn't there. But the point is that I was talking to them that I could see this. And I was like, so I wasn't obviously paralyzed. And it was like, so a few times this has happened and I've not been paralyzed.
Yeah,
so.
I don't like that kind of stuff. This is one of the reasons why I don't like paranormal things, is because stuff has happened to us and it scares the crap out of me. Like, because apparently when I was a kid and a baby and everything like that, apparently my mum, so we were living in like the hostel kind of environment and all like that. And so we were in a crib. Apparently my baby had died in this crib. Whatever. So I used to be up all night talking to this imaginary baby. She used to tell us to shut the F up and all the other stuff. Because I'd be there literally in the middle of the night, just up like that, stood upright, talking to nobody, just babbling and doing whatever. I used to wave to people on buses that were not there. And then like that all stopped when I took a box and put that under my nana's bed and said, okay, Bobby lives there now.
Mum, Nan, I'll do it for 50 quid. Yeah. I'll just put you in a tent out the front. I'll just set fire to the place, and it'll be fucking clean as fuck after that. It'll be totally sterilized. 50 quid.
But yeah, that's why I don't like that kind of stuff. And so when I go and do places, and like somebody's going, "Hey, what's that?" Or somebody just moved that, I go, "What?" I'm like, all right. And then if it gets there's a beard-shaped hole in the wall, I'm off. It's gone.
I've had sleep paralysis once or a few times, and it's fucking scary.
It's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Like in the same. Oh, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say, but right. Recently, I won't say how recently, I've been in bed, and like when you just drift off, and that's it. Really, you just wake up. I've drifted off, and then. I believe I feel I'm woken up. Hands trying to grab me. Somebody on my back. I'm in my bed. I know my missus is next to me, and I'm trying to scream out, going, "Get off!" Whatever, and all this. And I'm literally panicking in whether it's a dream or not. Don't know. And then, like, I've even had it to the extent where I've believed I've fallen off the bed and fucking done whatever, and then I've come round. And I'm still there in my bed, but it's so real. Whether it's like something, whether it's something like it is part of the sleep paralysis, or whether it is some other entity or whatever, I don't know. But it's fucking scary, and it shit me up. And the only thing, for me, I said the Lord's Prayer, which is a bit weird, right? And bear with me on it, and it stopped. Right? I don't know. I'm not saying it is what you do and that's what happens.
I'm still an atheist, so like, do you know what I mean?
Only gay people say the Lord's Prayer.
Well, I have to join your club then, don't I?
Yeah, because I mean, like repair my butt cherry. and then they say the Lord's Prayer, and then they wake up the next morning. It's like Groundhog Day. Their butt cherries repaired.
Well, what I'm saying is believe what you want, but it not just that, but it's really, it's quite harrowing to think, like, you know, I was sort of lying, and where I sleep, obviously it's next to a window. There's a wardrobe there, and like the hands are trying to grab me from. I've got one of my hands, and then the other one, and it's quite vivid as well. And I'm not just sort of trying to poo-poo it. And I felt like there's something on my back.
You left out, and there's a woman.
Yeah, there was a woman there, and I went, oh.
He left that out for some reason. Why do you leave that out?
Well, you know, there's a man next to me, and I had to do the business.
So wake up in the morning and go, I literally got fucking anal raped like right next to you last night. And it's like, no, I didn't see anything. Well, something wrong with you, love. Something wrong with you, love. Why aren't you seeing my fucking dreams? Why aren't you seeing them?
Yeah.
So Bengals, this is the craziest thing, Bengals, right? So that happened to us, and then like there's another thing that happened to us in this house. So this is the first place me and the missus were renting. It was a random time in the middle. It's got to be like 1, 2 in the morning, and we're hearing something that just sounds like massive claw marks going through the house. Like literally sounds like somebody's just going with big knives and stuff, scratching under the floorboards, the sides. I mean, them just walking around going, what is that? So we're turning on lights, looking around for this, listening under the floorboards, everything like that. Nothing there. And you can just hear it just going round the entire house like that. Again, with the shadowy thing and all the other stuff. Once we moved, never happened again. No shadow thing, no nothing.
I mean, I'm still like a skeptic, to be fair. Even though
I'm in it. Like I said, I believe in I know there's like paranormal stuff that goes out and all the other stuff. I'm still going to consider myself an atheist because I don't believe there's a God. If there was a God, God would do something. Do you know what I mean? There's too much awful things that are happening in the world for me to believe in God. It's as simple as that. I do believe there's things that I can't explain, and I'll accept it as that. I can't explain it. That is the most logical answer for me. I won't put a category to it. God knows what it is. It's stupid. It's weird.
Yeah, but isn't it that God has always allowed bad things to be in the world because it's a test, it's some sort of test. So the thing is, the fact that there's loads of evil things out there doesn't mean there's no God. It just means that's evil. That's evil.
No. If you allow children to be bombed and all kinds of horrific acts, there's no God.
The thing what gets me though is, and I'm not saying from a religious point of view here. So if they like you do paranormal, etc., and you sense there's something wrong, as in evil, possibly, right, for want of a better word, right?
I wouldn't say evil though. Like I can't. I believe this.
All right, malevolent. There we are. Right.
It could be other beings from different worlds. It could be.
It could be, but like you know, when you see something and it is downright just, or you think that's just wrong. Something's not right here. So, for want of a better word, we'll call it malevolent, right? Logic would suggest that there's an opposite to that.
Not necessarily. Why does there have to be an opposite to everything? There isn't. Even in nature, there's not always an opposite to. Do you know what I mean? You have the apex of things, and then you have nothing. It's just
I would reckon that like nature itself is like a triumph over evil because it's like there's evils in nature because everything's trying to eat everything else and kill everything else. But overall, the actual wonder of nature is bigger than the evils that are beneath it.
Yeah.
Good way of looking at it.
Yeah. And also, like you look at just looking at the Earth and what marvelous things are on it.
I mean, well,
we've come from nothing.
We've already
if it comes from nothing and it's just random and it's just happened, right?
It's only taken us 75 years for governments to finally acknowledge that there is other life out there and other bits and bobs. So,
well, yeah. What I'm getting at is if there's, I'm not for want of anything else, right? Say there is an all-powerful being, right? What allows everything to happen, good or bad, right? Because you look at the Earth and you look at everything out there in space and everywhere else, right? Did that just happen? Is it just random? And if it did, and if it is random, why? There's got to be a reason why. There's a reason for everything, and we know that from science and religion, if you really want, but from science mainly, you know that everything has an equal and opposite reaction and everything else.
So what I'm trying to say is, like, so from being like, so doing my history degree and all this stuff, from like, so being like a mini historian and all the other stuff, I would rather put, like, you know what I mean, believe that there's other dimensional beings and things going on out in this universe than a 2,000-year-old zombie that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because that, like, I mean, written. Then you've got a book written by a bunch of guys that dispelled and made lies about all the stories. Which is
but the thing is, we've done 200,000 years of like language and speech and development, and Cro-Magnon man had a bigger brain than we've got now. And by all accounts, our brains are getting smaller and smaller and smaller right now. You know, and it's like maybe ancient man was connected more to the universe and connected more to the truth.
I believe that. Like, I believe.
Yeah, I agree there.
Hey, to be fair, there's the thing that's going on at the moment about this whole Atlantic wall thing. Like, what's beyond the Atlantic and the like missing continents and stuff like that. And I'm keen on that. I'm like, it makes bloody sense. It shouldn't do, but from what you're told and all the other stuff, you think, what's going on there?
Are you talking about flat Earth? And
no, not flat Earth. Not flat Earth. No. What's beyond the Atlantic ice wall?
Ice wall.
Well, the ice wall's part of the flat Earth theory.
Kind of, but I don't believe the Earth is flat.
No, I don't. But so there was not.
Isn't it the White Walker? The White Walkers, isn't it? You just got to fucking like stop them from getting in.
So why would governments have an interest in all that, and why would it be classed as a military zone that you're not allowed to fly over?
You can.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can. They recommend that you don't because they don't want to fucking spend the recovery operations to try and get you. If you fly into Antarctica, you can do it. You can just get your own aircraft and fly there. It's international waters. You can fly wherever the fuck you want. But when you come down, they're not going to come. They're not going to come and save you.
Right, Volley. That's our mission. That's our mission in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan Dixon, do the North Pole. Do it.
Yeah.
Urbex and North Pole, Dan.
Let's finally dispel the rumors. What is beyond the ice wall? Because
what ice wall? But listen, I'll say again, what ice wall are you talking about? Because Antarctica is obviously a continent, right?
Yeah.
It's split into all the different countries own certain parts of it.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just one bit. You know. And there's this Antarctic treaty where if you actually read it, it's got fuck all to do with flat Earth and there's a great big ice wall. It's all bollocks. It's not, doesn't say that. It's just basically states that anybody can live there and it's all split up because it's got a lot of natural resources and they don't want to use it.
So there was an aviation pilot, Captain Bird something, and he flew over and apparently discovered a whole different society.
Yeah, but apparently he also landed and went down into Hollow Earth. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but I find it hard to.
What if though, like our current world is bigger than what is shown on the maps and is bigger than what we think? What if we have all these continents as they are, but it actually extends bigger than that, and there is other continents? We already just discovered, like, apparently there's like an 8th continent missing about that's somewhere near New Zealand up there. Like,
yeah, that's been in. Yeah, I know what you're talking about on the 8th continent. Yeah, it's sunken.
It's never been fully explained what Admiral Byrd found, but I mean, you know, he flew down. He was doing something quite unusual because he said that they thought the Nazis were building a base down there, so they sent a big fleet out to find out what was going on down there. And what they found was a lot of ice, and he flew out. But then what they weren't expecting was to find vegetation, and he said he found vegetation in areas that shouldn't be there.
So,
but is it true? Is it true or not? You know,
what I mean by that is that, like, we all know at one point, like, it would have probably been all green and happy, and, you know, I mean, it's not just all ice, whatever. But the whole point is, though, like, so think about when did he do that? Was it like the 50s, 40s, something like that? Why are we still not answering?
40s, I think.
Yeah, but why are we looking 75 years later, and it's still the same questions? Like, I
find it more believable that there's a hole in Antarctica and it'll take you to a subterranean area, right?
Makes sense.
We know. It makes sense. It makes sense because you can. There's other places like in Chile and stuff. and in the rainforest, they've gone down into places, they've explored it, and they've found animals and other bits and plants which are only indigenous to that area because of where the location is. So they've gone down from the norm, if you want to call it, down to that place.
Like, I'll tell you what, it also makes sense that, like, let's say it's in the Antarctic and it's meant to be so cold and all the other stuff. You go into like a closed building, like, you know, like a rock building, and it's warm.
Yeah, it gets warm. So I although I don't believe there's a hollow Earth, I quite understand and believe that there is possibly an area which is subterranean,
and that's where the lizard men come from.
Well, that's right, of course. And Hitler's still there on his dinosaur. Iron Sky 2. Anyway, so
I mean,
you know,
his wiki page says 1926 he went on the North Pole flight, and then 1927 transatlantic, and then Antarctic is 1928 to 1930. But they say on the Wikipedia page that he was mostly interested in like mapping it out, because the thing is, even during the war, like people didn't know what was north and south. It wasn't well known. But there was this like, sort of, are the Nazis up there or not? It was kind of like a back sort of idea, like, oh shit, maybe somebody's there doing something we don't know. So they wanted to get up there and find out what was going on. I imagine he wasn't actually that successful in finding out. He went between 1933 and 34 to the Antarctic, or the but
from his apparent diaries and all the other stuff, only a little bits have been released. But apparently it's got explosive stuff in it.
I think there's something there. But no, I don't think the Earth is flat. I don't think there's this ice wall. But
then, like, I'll give you another example of like things that are quite strange. Is like mapping, as an example, like the world was mapped with such detail a lot earlier than when we, like the Western Empire and Western mapped things and others. And there's things missing from modern day maps and things to when things were there. Have they sunken, or like, do you know what's the concept?
I mean, Operation High Jump 46 to 47, Operation Deep Freeze 1955 to 56. I mean, this guy was back and forth the North and South Poles. He was like, they were trying to map it out, but there is this conspiracy story. I don't know how true it is, about he flew his aircraft out and saw loads of shit that shouldn't have been there. So, but
I think that for Antarctica, I think there's probably definitely something that
there's something that, like, you know what I mean, other countries have very particular interest in.
I mean, you go back to that, Matt. We've discussed this before, but you go back to that. When you had all the presidents and all the, you know what I'm going to say about the they all, and the Pope, and they all met in Antarctica. Why the fuck would they all? Why would they? And they did it. It's a recorded event. It did happen. Why the fuck did they all go there?
Because I reckon it's because there's some sort of like massive discovery of a continent which has been covered by ice, and there was technologies or alien craft or something like that. You're not going to fucking send off those people down there unless it's something really fucking impressive to look at.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, someone's selling an ice cream around the corner, is it? It's like something big, and it all happened.
Yeah.
It's documented that it did actually happen.
AU just put, I think Will has gone to look for the ice wall.
Yeah. Right, I'll be back. I need woo-wah.
Funny. I don't know. Those are things that are on my mind at the moment when I like to think about.
No, it's not always on my mind, but like I do think so. Antarctica's got that special bit in my heart because it's a lot of it's still unknown. There's a lot of shit there what we don't know about. Okay, you got the theories and the conspiracy theories saying they found like a fucking pyramid there.
What if it's another species of human?
It doesn't change my view whatsoever. Another species of human. Well, we've had others.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've had so many others. Why would it be impossible? We're still discovering other species of human to this day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like let's just go completely off the track, right? Aliens, right? So if tomorrow they turn around and say, "Yep, actually, yes, there are aliens. We've been contacting them since the 30s," right?
They've already said it.
They said it, but not of it's still in the realms of yes, but we're not going to let anything out. But if they just literally went, okay, there's alien crafts, there's aliens themselves, we've been in contact with them, right? The reason would, there'd be a number of reasons where people would go up in arms. You get a lot of religious people would go, fucking hell, that's bollocks, or it will just create so much turmoil within religions.
But like as an example, you know when they've been talking about like all the alien stuff in the last year and all the other things, were people up in arms and let us know because we already kind of accepted it. I think the majority of people were like, well, it makes fucking sense.
Well, it's been leaked through media for God knows how long.
Yeah, but it's just like, well, that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, why is it taking you so long? We know.
Yeah, but then it would then bring into account, a lot of religious people would go, well, that can't be because that goes against everything. Well, if you look at it properly, but it doesn't. They're wrong because if you look at it properly. If there's an omnipotent being, for argument's sake, right? Who says he didn't have a little side project?
No, but like, right? I'm pretty sure the Pope said, something about alien beings and all that. It's like, everything is welcome, everybody's cool. Do you know what I mean? That's the dumbed down version. But I'm pretty sure he went, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go get a drink anyway. But
I mean, yeah, cool. In my eyes, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't mean to say, it doesn't shake me in any way, and to be honest, in fact, it makes it more intelligent.
What are we on about?
Aliens. Basically, I said, like, obviously, it's all this. The theories, they're saying there's aliens. If the governments of the world suddenly turn around and went, there are aliens. We've been in contact with them for God knows how long, and yes, they're real. I said, basically, a lot of the religions in the world will go, oh, fucking hell, that can't be right, because it will send everything into turmoil. I said, to me, it wouldn't really, because if there is an omnipotent being out there somewhere, whatever, who says they didn't have a little side project going on the side, other than the Earth? You know what I mean? It doesn't make no difference.
Well, if you imagine that, like, racism in the world and like how people look down on different civilizations and different people and slavery and all this sort of stuff, imagine if we are looked down on by alien races as just like rubbish, like scum, and like they have like racist terms for us because we are just like sub-alien. We're just human, like they're up here, we're down here. And it's like, that's going to be kind of hard for a lot of people to kind of absorb, because it's like, oh, right, so we're actually quite insignificant. And I think it's a lot to do with keeping the machine.
A lot of problems.
Well, yeah, but I think, like people's egos and their, their think, the fucking Earth is everything. We're the best thing in the universe, and it's like, well, no, maybe we're not. Maybe we're quite insignificant, and then people are going to go like, oh, what's the point then? We've got all the shit technology, and they've got all the good technology, and we got nothing, and they're fucking brilliant, and it's like people are going to have a fucking meltdown. I don't think that'll happen personally myself, because I think we've dealt with lots of things over the years. We've had to deal with wars and strife and things. People just get on with it. But like our governments tell us, oh, you can't have that information because it's too bad. And it's like, no, that's just governments trying to just maintain the status quo. So we just all go to work and just carry on as normal. And it's like, they don't want you to know what's out there because they don't want you to fucking stop doing what you're doing right now.
I just try
that's
to
all it is.
I just want to pick up the de-evolved has put the Bible doesn't believe in dinosaurs, yet we have proof. Actually, it mentions in the Bible, it mentions something called behemoth.
Yeah.
Giant, which is basically giant animal, lizards, etc.
Like, the easiest way to like have an argument with any Christian person is what was the fish? What was the big fish that swallowed Jonah? Is it a whale? No, it's just a big fish. A whale? No, it's a big fish. It could be a whale. No, well, they won't move from that. The only possible thing is it's most likely going to be a whale. No, it's just a big fish. Right, honestly, it's the best conversation you can have.
Let me level with you, right? As a Christian myself, right? I have a faith, I believe, right?
Jesus Christ, folks, you've heard it here first. Fucking hell.
There we go. Right, so I would say, oh no, I'm burning. Don't.
Get the garlic out. Get the garlic.
I didn't know you were a Christian.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't
I'm not bothered, right? But I understand where you're coming from.
He's a Christane.
But what I would say to your comment is,
there we go.
I think it's quite logical that it would have been a whale, right? Not right,
what,
and the
reason
being,
a whale,
or it could have been depending on what
era. A walrus.
It could have been a walrus.
Cuckoo.
Are you going to be my egg man?
Yeah.
But right, it's logical to suggest that it would have been a whale or some type of bigger mammal.
A whale.
Because we know that how big a blue whale is, right? For example, and it could quite possibly and feasibly fit someone inside. Okay, so, luckily they survived. It's a logical explanation.
Well, it's happened before.
Yeah, it has happened. So for someone to turn around and go, no, it was just a big fish. Well,
it's a big fish. Are you a different type of Christian? Because there's some Christians that just refuse to accept it. It's literally just a big fish. That's all they will accept. It's if you go a whale, and they go, no, it's a big fish. They won't move past it. Like properly.
Well, that's like
then you talk evolution and it goes crazy. But like,
whales aren't fishes. Whales aren't fishes because whales
they're mammals.
They're mammals. They lived on the land. And then they moved back into the sea.
And they have live birth, so they're mammals. But what I was going to say is, like you said that quite fine. People might say that. I don't know. I haven't come across that, but. It's the same as like Adam. It's like the same as the Adam and Eve story. Like Adam took an apple. Well, how do you know it was an apple? It was a fruit. It says fruit. It doesn't say apple. It says fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was all Eve's fault.
Yeah. Well, it's always the woman's fault. But it's
Anunnaki.
Oh, sorry.
It's Anunnaki.
It's interpretation, and the thing is, all the religious texts have been changed, and I think
that's what kills me the most, though, is that like people don't realize that like the Bible itself is written, let's say, by about 20 different men with different views that are very. Do you understand?
Well, it majority comes from like Dead Sea Scrolls and other texts.
Yeah, but then reinterpreted and then re-added and then added on
reinterpreted famously by King James because they decided to cut things out. So you've got like the Book of Enoch and other books which aren't in the Bible but are considered to be the apocalyptic books. Are they called? I'm not sure what they're called now, but
and most religions which go back way beyond the Bible have a flood kind of
absolutely
story.
I would agree with the flood. I believe that actually to be a factual.
Yeah, point. I think it was actually an actual happening. I think that did happen.
Well, don't get me wrong. I believe the Bible itself has factual points in the Bible that have like different things that actually happened, like the flood. It makes sense that they would because so many different sources, not just the Bible, talk about a great flood, a great flooding of the planet. Which, if you think about Ice Age and all the other stuff, oceans rising, when the ice starts to melt and all the other stuff, we're kind of going through it now. Oceans are rising, things go. It makes sense.
It's the same thing with, for example, Jesus, right? Whether we want to call him Jesus, hang on, no, hear me out. Whether you want to say Jesus or not, right? Because
I believe there was a guy called Jesus.
Whether the guy was called Jesus or not, whether he was there, right? If you look at all the a lot of other texts and other religious stuff,
he was called Jesus.
A person a person who appeared to whoever, whatever, whenever, right? Like the Epic of Gilgamesh, for example, right?
Are you saying
Completely
he was
different
both sexes, and John? He was a person.
I'm not saying they were both sexes. What I'm saying is
Jesus was both sexes.
Even before the Bible, there was a person who come to various people and did various things, right? Whether it was alien, whether it was the Son of God, or whether it be whatever.
Like police report in it. What did he do to you, Mrs.? Well, he did some things. Where did he do it? Somewhere.
So the question I would ask was Jesus, just a really good talker and just really good on ice skates, or could he perform miracles?
Well, I don't know about ice skates because it would have been.
He walked on water. He walked on water. So, was he just really good on ice skates, or did he walk on water?
Maybe he was very fast. If you walk on water fast enough, you will walk on it. Some people can go on water behind a speedboat, like with just their feet.
But I'm not like Mr. Bengals. I'm not trying to I'll never really take the piss out of someone's faith, because faith is.
No, it's fine. I'm all right with it. It doesn't bother because I'm open to discussion, and I'm not people taking the piss because I do it every day.
Mr. Bengals, I'm not you might be open to discussion. I'm not converting to being I've told the rest of them.
I'm not saying you do convert, because it's better to talk rather than get pushy.
They tried to convince me last time.
Come on, convert me.
No. They tried to convince me last time with
I was looking to be touched up by some clergy. Come on, convert me.
They were there outside the window going, free burgers for all. And I rolled up and going, I love a free burger. Then we're having a talk about faith. And then I got roped in to another Christian church. Come play some free pool with me and the guys. Yeah, cool. I'll come play some free pool. They locked the fucking doors. I couldn't come out. I had to be in a fucking sermon for 3 hours and listening to 6 hours of Christian rock. Yeah, no, it wasn't good. I had said I didn't go for the smoke. Do you know what I mean? Different level of recruiting. I'm not doing.
See, I think people get mixed up. Religion and faith, two different things. You might follow something, but a faith is something that you personally deeply have. Religion is something that you learn and read and believe, possibly.
All right, then. I have no faith in religion, so there you go.
Well, you don't believe in it. That's fine.
No, I do believe, but I have no faith in religion. Yeah.
Too many personal goals, too many people's agendas. I personally believe there was a person called Jesus. I believe that there was a guy.
You fucking look like him, so you should fucking believe in it.
Maybe I am like. Obviously,
I've got to empty the python.
Oh no, we have to wait. We have to wait for Bengals to come back so I can.
I'll be back.
Oh, there we go. I could go now because Will's back. Right. See you in a sec.
Hello, Mr. Legend. We're having a great discussion about faith. We can't hear you. You're muted.
What, faith, religion, and stuff like that?
Faith. We've gone over many topics and many conspiracy theories and many things. Now we're on the subject of faith. We're having a good time.
Yeah. Sorry, my internet went down. Totally went off. For people who don't know about internet or whatever, I don't know about it myself. But because it's on StreamYard, once I host StreamYard and press go live, it stays live even if the internet goes off. Yeah. That's why I disappeared and you were still on. So, yeah.
Back fuckers.
Right, Bengals is back. Okay, we can continue. So,
hello, John. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, John. Thank you for the reality.
No excuses, because you're just a fucking lightweight, Will. Come on, what? No excuses. You just fell asleep. Come on,
playing up.
Fuck. Just literally. Just
I can't fall asleep during the Urban Legend show. It's too good to watch. You know what I mean? You can't fall asleep through this.
Did you run out of bandwidth and you had to go down the shop and buy another 2 gigs?
Something like that, yeah. I have to tell McDonald's to turn the internet back on.
So, Bengals. So let's obviously we moved past the fish story. So I believe I believe there was a guy called Jesus. I believe he was knocking around. He was probably crucified for preaching and saying he could do this and that and all the other stuff. Could have been a mental illness. Could have been anything. Who knows? And people didn't like him. So I believe that. I don't believe that he was the Son of God and came back. Do you know what I mean? Name another time.
Do you reckon if he was mentally ill, he'd manage to convince people he was walking on water, and they would all be like,
people follow it like ridiculous things. Like we know this anyway. Now, here's a real question:
feeding the 5,000 and like healing the lepers and turning the blood to wine.
He had secret fishes in the back. Come on, man. He had secret fishes in a fucking cave somewhere. Going right. This is the one fish I got. Bring out the other fish, Dave. Yo, Daniel.
Yeah, conveyor belt. Basically, yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's water into wine, but he said, "Look, everyone, put a fiver in like everyone else. Come on, Jesus."
I mean, no, but like Bengals, you've seen David Copperfield. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
I want to know what is Jesus's pronouns. That's what I want to know. Yeah.
God, Messiah.
Yeah.
No, but here's a question. So, do you believe that Jesus will rise again, or whatever? Like, the Messiah will rise again, because that's a big thing, yeah.
Bit rude, isn't it?
No, it's a big thing.
I think
bit rude, bit saucy, but
at some point
you can go there if you want. You can go there.
I don't mind going there. It's why, you know what I mean. I don't care what anyone says. It's my own belief, and if you guys want to believe something different, fine. Yeah. I think that there will be an end of the world, whatever.
Well, yeah, eventually.
You look at a lot of stuff.
2 million years from now, we'll be in the fucking sun, mate. Yeah.
About 5 minutes.
Fucking, yeah.
And I think, I mean, being an all-powerful God, he's out there, whatever.
Do you think the Messiah will step foot on this earth again to deliver everybody else from whatever?
Quite possibly. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Something, but... call me crazy. That's my own thing.
I'm not calling you crazy.
But, I'm just saying in general. I'm not worried about what
I am. Fucking
yeah,
crazy.
I know you
crazy
but,
cunt. What the fuck?
Yeah, crazy. How dare you? I don't want to talk to you anymore.
You ruined my future. Fuck you.
Yeah, but like, isn't it a big thing in especially Christianity, that they believe that the Messiah will walk again on this earth, and do you know what I mean? Take everybody that's worthy to heaven. Correct? Or am I wrong? Did I read
you're screwed then, bearded. You're fucking.
I believe it.
Yeah, you're fucked. We're okay. You're
the believers.
And I tell you what. Here's the thing. I believe in nothing, and if there is a God, he'll understand.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with what you're saying, right? In that sense, what I don't get is when you have religious sect, I said, not sex, S-E-C-T, right?
Through a small hole in a big sheet.
Take a Jehovah's Witness, for example. They say there's a bit, and they say there's only going to be 144,000 saved. Well, that's going to be a small heaven, isn't it? Right? You know what I mean?
Why is there a number? Why does there have to be a limit?
Yeah, but hang on. But then what they forget to say is, which is also in it in the Bible, but they decide to miss this, is then I saw a great multitude. Right? A lot of people. So why go around? And I said this to Jehovah's Witness. I said, look, I'm not saying I do believe, but what I don't get with yourselves is that you're telling me 144 people who have been absolutely great and lovely in their life, the best ever, will be saved, but no one else will. Right? But then it says a great multitude. So you tell me that.
They went,
oh, it's been nice chatting to you. I'll see you later.
That's there's no discussion, is there? No, but I want to keep on the Messiah thing, because I have a question. So,
hello everyone in the chat, Barry Little and all the new people in the chat.
It's called a complex.
No.
It's not a complex.
So you must have heard about all these messiahs that are currently on Earth, correct? You've got Mexican Jesus. I mean, I kind of like the look of Mexican Jesus. He could be the next Messiah. He could be the Messiah. You've got, I think you've got Albanian Jesus. He's interesting. Who's to say that?
I think it will be no. I think it would be no.
What I'm saying is
Wiltshire Jesus.
Well, what I'm saying is
Jesus.
Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there, like just trying the waters, like There's
people that believe that they are the reincarnation of Jesus and all
Yeah,
that.
and fair enough. You know, there's going to be rumours of, you know,
are they Jesus?
If you want to take it biblically, right? And I'm just saying what it states. I'm not. You know,
I just love a debate. I'd like religion, like now I don't know.
There's it says like Revelations, whatever you want to. It's war. There'd be rumours of wars. There'd be wars, etc., etc. Other things would happen. Unstable riches. Well, you look at all of it now. We've got unstable riches. There's wars everywhere.
It's been like that. It's been like that in the past. Though there was no Jesus.
Absolutely, it's been going on for fucking thousands of years. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to go, it's just happened yesterday, because it hasn't. It's historically it's happened.
No Jesus.
But also, there's going to be people who will claim to be the Messiah.
I am Jesus. I just want to announce this now.
Yeah. So if it's going to, you know, if and when it happens,
now you know.
You would know. It would happen. You know, whether it's going to happen exactly as it's predicted in the Bible science, like people, you know, one will be taken, one will be left. I don't know. I can't tell you that.
So,
and I'll be honest with you. I mean, you know, and don't get me wrong. I'm not like one of these people go, no, that Bible is the truth. That is for. I think it's open to interpretation.
So you're a different kind of Christian, because, like, again,
it has to be open to interpretation, because, you know, if you look at a lot of stuff, like the Evolve said earlier, though, people don't acknowledge that there's dinosaurs in the Bible. Well, you've got behemoths. Done. There we are. You were saying about a big fish. Yeah, some people go, no, it was a big fish. Well, hang on a minute. Well, if God in his infinite wisdom, right? Okay, the fish was big, yes, but we've named it a whale. There's no wrong in saying that, because Darwin wasn't around when fucking the Bible was written.
So let's talk evolution then.
Do what you want.
But, like,
did you know that the behemoths were often known for being very large, i.e., alien, and they were mating with humans a lot? That's where the behemoth thing comes in. Very sexual orientated.
So you talk about the Nephilim. You talk about the Nephilim and
Nephilim,
the Nephilim.
Yeah. And the behemoths that were created. Yeah. Mm.
So, on one sense, yeah, I've got a faith, I believe, but I'm open to various things. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can't ignore certain things. You can't ignore things that are going on and what we know.
So, what do we think of evolution then?
So Stephen
man directly going from ape.
Stephen Merchant is literally an alien. Yeah.
Maybe not, because obviously we know there's a missing link somewhere.
There is a missing link, yeah.
There is, but the thing is, though, evolution directly contradicts God.
Microevolution doesn't contradict God, because you get microevolution. So let's take an example of the peppered moth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know about the peppered moth.
I know of moths.
Tasty. No. Tasty.
Right, so
special offer at McDonald's this evening.
It's basically, you get a white moth, and obviously over the time, like in London when there was a lot of soot and everything else around, etc., etc. So the moth would land.
Hang on. You said when it was like a lot. Hang on, no, but you said.
I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going into depth.
No, but you said there's a peppered moth, and when there's things in London, like what's going on.
Right, I'll rephrase it. Sorry, I'll rephrase it.
Fucking idea what you're talking about there. No, I don't.
I'm lost on the moth.
Yeah.
So if you look at evolution on they say the peppered moth. So there's a peppered moth, and it was very good at being able to hide itself because of all the soot buildings and everything else. Because obviously in the early 1900s, you got a lot of soot, and if it hadn't evolved to be peppered, it would be easily taken by predators.
Yes.
Okay, that's you.
Is that God? But did God do that, or is that just evolution, like how things happen?
So why can't you have evolution with God?
No, what I'm saying is, like, so
if you believe in octopuses, which are alien, so like they can just blend into any background.
No, what I'm saying is, like, so like
I could just show my arse to and if an octopus flew in front of it, it would just become my arse.
But would that not be considered God's grand design? So him doing that, or is it just?
So who says that God's grand design wasn't like we'll start you off as you don't really know too much about anything on here. You follow me, possibly in some weird sense. I don't know. But then you evolve.
Yeah, let me throw this in the situation. Like you're talking about the moth and getting camouflage and evolution and stuff like that, yeah? Humans at this stage can actually blend themselves in with the background.
Yeah.
The army's got the technology and all that now to do it.
You want about
clothing, Will? Yeah, right.
Hey.
Well, clothing. We're not talking. We're talking about biological.
You should try it.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is,
magic
who says that moth and done that on its own?
Wait,
No.
So the moth.
Maybe the moth.
Yeah. No, the moth has got its worked itself out, its own body module somehow to benefit this, or I don't know, for this camouflage to blend in.
After hearing
where obviously, while humans are doing it now to blend in to
after hearing
for their
maybe that
situations
was really savvy, and
for
he'd been
wars
to
and stuff.
body modules are us, and he'd like
after hearing
or cells, body cells, or you know what I mean, DNA structure. That's what
after
I meant.
hearing urban legends like describing that, I'm now believing in God. You win, Engels.
Right, on that bombshell, we got to end the live stream. Yes.
Time.
Yes, well, I've got internet, I can end the live stream now. And it's coming up to 3 hours, and because I couldn't really talk on the internet before,
but
that's why I let it go on, and I'm back on now.
We're owed time now because we're missing an hour that you weren't there. We need to have an hour of you now to catch up.
Well, I've tried staying on, but it doesn't work on the internet. But at the moment, it seems it's working.
Tell him in the chat, folks. Tell him in the chat.
No, it's been doing me head in this live stream, but now it's all working. I like it. But before it
could be a sign.
peeing me off.
It could be a sign from
God.
God.
It's the inside. Quick.
It could be a sign that you need to stay.
Well, here's a thought for you then, right? You know what you were saying about the moth. I know he wants to go, but I'll just pop this in. He can still go after I say this. I'll be quick, right? Imagine like you've got a creature like the octopus, which whatever it lands on or can see, it can mimic. Yeah. Well, that's a really clever creature. Whereas you've got like a moth, which it has to evolve over many generations to become that type of thing. But it can still see. So it lands on whatever it looks like. So it just happens to work out, oh, London looks like what I look like. I'll land in London because I'm all in the soot. You know, if there were trees that looked like soot, it would land on a tree. You know, or if Spain or the desert, if the desert looked like it would go and land in the desert because it goes, oh, well, that's the best place for me. It might not be as evolved as an octopus, which can instantly change into whatever the surroundings are. But whatever it looks like, it goes, oh, shit, I better be over there then because that's where I'm going to be safest. Or even if it doesn't think that far, it gets killed less when it goes to the environments where it looks like the environment. Yeah. Whereas if it goes to somewhere where it doesn't look like the environment, it does get taken out. So through natural selection, it gets killed and eaten in more places where it doesn't look right to where it does look right. So it gravitates towards where it looks right.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you sort of go, well, no, evolution is complete bollocks, you're then deciding to go, well, I'm going to limit this omnipotent being and what they can do.
No, I think the fact that it's got to that level of evolution is, and you know, evolution is amazing, and I think, you know, everything about life on Earth is amazing, and I think there probably is some sort of higher thing going on. That's just I believe that, but I hate fucking religions. They're fucking so limiting. They're so limiting. You know,
this is what I said before at the beginning. It's more than, it's not just religion. You know, you can take religion as, you know, you can say whatever religion you want, say like Christianity, Muslim, Buddhism, fucking Jedi for argument's sake, which we know is made up. But if you look at the essence, it's more of a faith than what you actually believe. and how you interpret the world and how you interpret what will happen possibly and what you feel. Then you go back to good and evil and what you think is good in the world, bad in the world.
Question. Yeah. What about somebody that doesn't believe in any of that then? Nothing.
What, good or bad?
No, as in they doesn't believe in a higher power, has no faith whatsoever. Are they just lost?
But where do you get your good and bad from then? What makes you know what's good and what's bad?
That's just my own sense of right and wrong. Do you know what I mean?
So where did that come from?
Yeah, because everyone's got their own ideas, which is good and which is bad.
No, that's instilled on me by my mother. Passed on.
But where did it come from? Yeah, but then you go, where did that come from your mother?
Again,
where did your mother get that from?
Yeah,
and then and it goes back and back.
All my family, like, not going all the way back, but atheists. We don't believe.
No, but what I'm getting at is the instilled faith, if you want to call it, for want of a better word, right? Because you're atheist, right? But it's not that as an atheist, it's not that you don't believe in that religion or that religion. You don't believe in anything, but you believe in something.
No.
Because you believe that there is
myself.
No, but you believe there's such thing that you would believe as an atheist. You believe that everybody else is wrong other than yourself. The same as a Christian or a Muslim may believe that they are correct, everybody else is wrong.
No, I just believe in like nothing.
Nothing.
Again, I believe in myself and where I am at this moment in time.
Okay, fair play. Fair enough.
Do you have any sort of like feelings about, whether people are generally nice or generally bad, or like whether or not the human race is a positive force for good, or whether we're evil, or whether the animal world is good or bad, or
I just see it as a just natural life. For me personally, I just see it as here I am. I'm here. I'll enjoy my time while I'm here. I know that I will end up dead once something like that. My family will remember me for a couple of years, and after that, I will fade into memory and gone. It's as simple as that.
So there'd be nothing after that. That's it.
Yeah. I believe that's why I try to enjoy my life as much as I can while I'm here, and try and just accept what is here, and then after that.
Right.
See, I'm like yourself. Yeah. Sorry.
On that notice, God is going to commit suicide to the universe now. He's going to fucking kill this reality.
Holly, are you going live, or is somebody going to go live? Chill for a bit. I'm still drinking. I'm still having a great time. Like, the faith conversations are great. I love it.
Could do. I suppose. You can go live. We go over there. I don't mind.
Somebody make a decision.
I don't want to be like all me. So we can go over to Bearded Realities, maybe. Give us some love. Yeah.
If you want, yeah. If I went live, I'll only be on for about an hour, then that'll be it. So.
Cool. Well, Mr. Urban Ledger, thank you for having us on, as always. It's been a great chat to you again. It's been way too long, my friend.
Yeah. And thanks for taking over the chat while my internet went down, and hopefully you've done a great job, all of you, and thank you very much.
You'll have to find out by replaying it. You can't believe what we fucking put up on screen.
So many things.
Like,
I know. I can imagine half the stuff. Well, I can just imagine half the stuff what you could put up. Know what I mean? Never mind the other half.
Yeah.
So make it interesting watch back for me. This. So
goodbye to your channel after this video.
Yeah. Right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Go over to check Bearded Reality over there. He's live streaming in a few minutes.
We're continuing this conversation, Bengals. Damn it!
Right. I'll go over there. The reason I said him is because when I crash, I can go. Yeah, carry on. Go on, get some more people on. Because I can just go bye. Yeah.
Cool. Right, bye. See you all later. Bye.
Thanks for popping in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.